Hello, folks. You might notice that I am starting today in the darkness of the abyss. That's mostly because I haven't uh, I haven't started this one yet at all, and a lot of the intros within the actual PS1 intro. Hello, Praggers. So I'm having to begin it straight from scratch. Oh, huge thanks, Lady of Misrule, for the follow. Thank you for being here. For some reason, the background is not showing up at all, which is good fun. We have a technical issue already. But hopefully, if I were to turn off... Basically, what I've got a PS1, which is plugged in through HDMI. The HDMI converter is powered by USB, which is plugged into a PS2. So we're using the whole Sony ecosystem, but I should have, behind me here, a little no signal box. We'll see, I guess, when we try turning on the PS1, which may or may not work. See, it's working on my screen. Why isn't it working on yours? That's a worry. That is a worry. Let's try turning that off and on again. No, that hasn't worked. I love a technical issue. Pro streamer, always. Right, let's have a look. It was working 2 minutes ago. Let's activate you. There we go. You see? I have no idea why that wasn't working, but it does mean one important thing. And that is that you get to witness the beauty of the PS1 intro. I said people would have to get here early. So, I'm about to turn it on. Get ready, because this is... I love it. Twinkly, twinkly. I absolutely adore the PS1 intro. I don't think it's been beaten by any other intro for any games console or anything ever since. So, we are playing today some Broken Sword. Now, I haven't looked back at this since I got the disc, so it could be awful. I remember way back when it was brilliant. We are playing. It's not an emulator or anything like that. We're playing on original hardware. We're playing on a PS1 console, powered by a PS2, and using the PS1 disc. Broken Sword. Now, I also have had to... I've got...
the last months of the year and the end of the millennium.
Might need to
The
turn
city
that up a
holds
bit.
many memories for me. Of cafes, of music, of love, and of death.
Don't know why they chose to have a black screen for it, but... You do you, Revolution. Right, and as ever, I'm going to have a bit of a hard time audio balancing because nothing was normalised. We are playing Broken Sword Shadow of the Templars today, and it should hopefully be pretty good fun. I have got... This is something that I learned from my Discworld playthrough that we just finished. I've got my pen and paper. The paper has the controls written down, because I will forget them. I had a look through the gaming manual, and yeah, we're heading to Paris. If you haven't played this game before, welcome. It's a brilliant story. It's one of the best point-and-click adventures of all time. Save often, 100%. I've got a memory card ready. I will panic while it's saving every time, but it only takes one block of memory. The Discworld game, which we just finished, 8 memory card blocks. 8. Over half. Just over half, but over half. Oof, indeed. Which is even weirder because the Discworld 2 and Discworld Noir only needed 1 or 2 blocks. But I absolutely loved Broken Sword. I'm looking forward to seeing it again, but I am tentative because it might not have aged well. I don't know. I literally haven't seen it in many years. I mean, this looks nice. The animation is still nice. Oh no. Who likes clowns? Honestly, who likes clowns? Nobody. exploding accordion in a bistro. What an intro. Oh no. That's going to sting. As ever, let me know if the volume needs to go here or there or anywhere. If I need to go up, if the game needs to go down, vice versa. Just let me know. One thing that I've got to remember, I'm going to write it down actually. Look at things. Okay, the visuals aren't looking awful so far. We'll see, I guess. If it ever loads. I hope the disc's okay, I think. Okay, it's not bad. I actually expected a bit worse. The animation on it's okay.
As I picked myself up, all I could hear was the ceaseless drone of traffic.
Okay, and hopefully you
Life went
folks
on
can
around
hear it
me.
okay as well.
But the explosion was to change my life forever.
Oh, and we've got an actual mouse cursor. In Discworld, we had a glowing dotty line thing. We've got a mouse cursor now. So, okay, I can go in. I can look, obviously. There any other gear icon? Right, I'm going to. Has got subtitles. We've got a gaming manual, so we can have a look in. So the gear icon is use. So left button will use it, right button will look at it. So the right button on PlayStation is circle. So we can just look.
The umbrella had protected me from the bomb blast, but it was of no use to me now.
If it's of no use to me, why has it got a use icon on it?
I contemplated crawling under the umbrella and pretending none of this had ever happened.
Okay, cool. I can't remember any of these puzzles at all, by the way. So if you remember anything, as with Discworld, I love a hint. I hate a solution. So if you know, you can not just say, go here, do this, do that. Brilliant. And yeah, solid plan. I would, if I'd just been caught up in an explosion, I absolutely would feel like hiding under an umbrella for a while.
I examined the jagged glass remaining in the window. It was broken, all right.
I'd forgotten there was humour in this one as well. Yep, definitely broken.
The blast had blown out the glass, leaving a gaping hole.
So even when it's a magnifying glass, we've still got a look and a second look. How does it explain that in the manual? Left or right, if it's a cursor, George will walk there. Examine, George will examine it very closely if you use the left button, or will simply look at the object if you use the right button. Okay, cool. Cool. And if it's talk, you can use the right button to look at them instead of talk to them. So I'm going to have to try and remember this. The animation has actually been a really, really pleasant surprise that it's held up so well. Mind you, point and click adventures did. You know what? I was really torn actually on what to play tonight. I didn't know whether to stick with retro. I didn't know whether to maybe do something a bit more up to date, like XCOM or Elite Dangerous or Jurassic World Evolution. But I've.
The pretty young waitress was unconscious.
Oh no! Let's see if we can help her. I've decided for this. I don't know if you're bored of point and click adventures, but I'm not. '96. So this is a few years old now. The animation is really surprised me.
Oh, my head. Never again.
Never again will I
How
get
much
caught up in a
vodka
bomb
did I
blast.
drink? Oh, no, don't tell me. What is your name, Shelley?
George Stover.
Don't tell her your name, Pike.
Oh, American.
She asked the question quite innocently, but I could sense her reserve.
Mm.
It was something which seemed to afflict all Europeans.
Fair.
You look
Fair.
like you could use a little help.
I could use a little drink. I feel sick.
I'm not going to write this down, but she could use a drink.
Bruised.
There's a drink on the
I
bar.
don't even remember the
Let's make it
party.
happen.
Just relax and take it easy. You've been knocked out.
You don't say. What happened?
There's been an
Hopefully you guys
explosion.
can hear everything okay.
You should try not to move.
Are you a doctor?
Oh, if I press X, I think it skips down to that automatically. I'm going to say no.
No, but I used to play hospitals
Let's
when I was
be
a
honest
kid.
with her.
Can you remember anything at all?
No. I need a drink. Pour me a brandy.
Right, that I can do. But is it good? Yeah, you know what?
Is that straight or with ice?
Just give me the bottle with cheat on it.
I guess a little drop won't hurt.
I'm not a doctor. I'm not gonna. Okay, he's gonna do it. Wow. If this was the Discworld game, I would have had to solve about 10 different puzzles before I could pick up that brandy.
Ah, that's better.
She knocked back the brandy as if it was water.
Good
I was
girl.
glad I wasn't picking up the check.
What about the old man? Is he dead?
Oh. I don't know. I haven't even looked.
I don't know. I haven't looked at him yet.
Perhaps you should.
Yeah. Why not? Clown. I'll ask her about the clown.
Do you remember what happened when the clown entered?
I remember that all about Tuni played all right. It was like a funeral dirge.
I'd never liked accordion music either.
Old man then.
Did you know the old man?
No, monsieur. I never saw him before.
Okay, well that's.
How did the old man behave?
Oh, we can.
Well,
Ask again. Sorry, if you can't see, I've got some little options down here that I'm pressing between.
As if he was waiting for someone?
yes, I suppose so. He was worried about something, that's for sure. If you ask
The
me,
voices just make me
he
think
was
of
having
Hello,
an
Hello, the
affair.
old TV show.
He had that look about
Oh,
him, like a
Renee.
guilty husband.
Did the clown speak
Right,
to the
so
old
I can
man?
keep asking.
No.
The little old man
he
down
just
here has
laughed at
disappeared now,
him.
so I can keep
Then
asking
he grabbed the old man's briefcase
about
and
the
ran
same
out of
things.
the door.
And it's going to give a different thing. So, right, I know that he ran out of the door with the briefcase.
Did the old man try to stop the clown?
Oh, he didn't have a chance. The clown dropped his accordion and ran out of the door. That's it. That's all I can remember.
Let's ask her about. Ask her
Did
about
you
the
see
briefcase.
what the old man had in his briefcase?
No, he didn't open it.
What did the old man do when the clown snatched his briefcase?
Nothing. He just sat there like he was frozen.
I mean, fair enough. You would be to some extent. Just kind of sat there. Hello, Praggers. Welcome back.
Stay here, mademoiselle. I'm going to look around for evidence.
Yeah, obviously that's the job of an American citizen in Paris. Is that the old man?
It was the body of the old man. It was hard to believe I'd seen him alive only minutes before.
Yeah, let's just wade into a crime scene. Let's do it, George. Let's just wade into a crime scene.
I tried not to meet his stare as I searched the dead man's pockets. No wallet, no papers.
The world would be at a loss if it wasn't for the Americans. It would, wouldn't it?
Blank page.
I mean, this is probably why. Can I do it again, or is it just gonna?
I checked his pockets. Nothing.
Is it just gonna give me the same thing?
I
Yeah,
checked his
cool.
pockets. Nothing.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, no wonder the police were interested in George when I'm there rifling and getting my fingerprints all over a dead man. Right, I didn't. Right, there is a speed up the cursor button on this, which is good. Right, let's go and talk to her again. See if there's anything now that we can tell if he's dead or something.
Huh?
No, nothing to ask her about.
Stay here, mademoiselle. I'm going to...
Yeah, I'm going to go look around for evidence. And when I say look around for evidence, I mean I am leaving. It's a lovely coin of some description. I have a vague feeling that it's important somehow. Right. Now, I seem to remember something about a manhole cover and a special manhole cover key. So I'm going to go down to where the guy's doing some roadworks and take a look. We'll see if we can find anything. I can't even tell what's on there. It's been years since I played this game. Absolutely years. Oh, the gendarme.
Freeze! Hold it, or right there.
I think that's a fair enough reaction.
Whoa, don't shoot. I'm innocent. I'm an American.
Can't make up your mind, huh?
I demand to see the American consul.
Drop your weapon and get down on the
Oh,
ground.
amazing.
Put that thing away, Sergeant Moo. I apologize, monsieur, but I cannot permit you to leave.
Yeah, that's fair
Am I
enough.
under arrest?
Ah, no, I would simply like to ask you some questions. En avant, to the café, marche.
Okay, being marched back. I don't remember this at all. I remember having to find the manhole thing to lift the manhole cover. That's about it. And was it this one there was a goat in, or is it the second one? We've got both. We've done Discworld 1. We're now on Broken Sword. I know we went through Discworld quite episode after episode. We might break it up and do some different stuff. So it might be an episode of Broken Sword, an episode of Elite Dangerous, an episode
This
of
bombing is an
Broken
outrage,
Sword.
is it not?
Stop that, monsieur. Stop holding your breath at once.
I forgot Sergeant Moo is an idiot.
Has it occurred to you that he may be dead, Moo?
Oui, monsieur, but I prefer to look on the bright side. Besides, I recall a case where the killer escaped by feigning death. However, in this case, the man is quite dead.
It would be nice to have a little bit more detail on the visuals, but we are playing on a console from 30 years ago or so.
Extrapolation. All we know is that he is dead.
It seemed reasonable to assume...
I don't think it was that
Great
reasonable to
detective
assume, Moo.
assumes nothing. Take Maigret, for instance.
But he was...
So I'm drinking peach iced tea out of a Paw Patrol sippy cup, so
Why? He was no
there's
more
always
evil
that.
than Poirot or Tintin.
That's different, Moo. They were comedy Belgians. Anyway, it is unlikely
Nice bit
that
of fourth
even
wall
you
breaking.
learn much from talking to the dead. Examine the girl and take her statement, if you can.
I doubt if she is in a fit
Yeah,
state
she has had a
for
drink,
singing,
to be
monsieur.
fair. I don't know where she got that from.
It smells to me as if she has been drinking.
As I feared, we have stumbled upon a den of iniquity, Moo.
Leave her to me, sir. I am used to handling drunken women.
Oh, that hasn't aged well.
I do not doubt that for one moment. Et maintenant,
Et maintenant?
business.
Oui, oui, oui. Okay, now I'm in trouble. He's got the pen and paper.
Your name, please?
George Stobart. I'm from California.
And what brings you to Paris?
I've even forgotten why we were here in the first place.
Travel. I'm
Just-
touring Europe.
Just tourism. Just tourism.
You chose well. The city is most
Oh, thank you for the
beautiful
retweet,
at
Praggers.
this
I've just
time
had
of
that through. I
year, no?
really appreciate that.
Yeah, I guess so. Apart from the bomb blasts.
More
Were
people
you in the
to
vicinity
watch
of the
me
cafe at
fail
the
at a
time of the
video game.
explosion?
Always welcome.
Yeah, I was sitting out on the sidewalk. I was lucky I wasn't killed. The inspector passed over my remark with no reaction.
Did you see the deceased enter the cafe?
Oui, mais oui. Yeah, let's tell the truth. I'm in a truth-telling mood.
Yes, I did.
Was he alone?
Yes, he was.
Yeah.
And did he say anything to you?
No.
No, he was more interested in the waitress.
He was, to be fair.
Did you see anyone else in the cafe?
The clown?
Yeah, there was a guy dressed as a clown. He was carrying an accordion.
An accordion? Bon.
I will point out
The
that so
picture
do
is
you.
formed
Sorry,
in
what?
my
I
mind.
completely missed that.
And it is not an easy one.
What do I have?
Is the girl all right, Moo?
She's had a
She'll
drink, but
live.
she's okay.
If she survives the hangover,
Oh,
she
she'll be
doesn't
fine.
remember
She'll
seeing
be
a clown,
fine.
monsieur.
That's odd, don't you think, monsieur? Who am I to believe, I wonder? Eh bien, I have heard enough.
Can I leave now and go
What do you
solving
mean?
some puzzles, please?
I am satisfied that you know nothing. You may leave. I hope this little incident does not spoil the rest of your vacation.
I mean, I don't know.
What about my personal safety? Can't you at least give me some advice?
Nope.
What can I say? Stay alert and look out for suspicious characters.
And don't cross the road until the little man shows green.
Great advice.
Solid advice, to be fair.
I honestly believe you are in no danger, monsieur. Should you remember anything of importance, please contact me.
Cool. Cool.
My
We're
card.
good. Oh, it takes so long. Right, we have a card. Is that going to go up in the... I
Let it
think
go.
the
You
top
may
is an
go.
inventory bar. The top of the screen.
There's not much to go on, monsieur.
On the surface, no.
Very,
But what
it is
lurks
very
inside
Poirot.
the subconscious? If the door can only be opened.
Are you serious, monsieur? I thought your interest in psychic detection was purely academic.
Academic? You are about to witness a scientific breakthrough.
I do love these old games. They were so much more creative. There's Professor X. I don't think we are about to witness a scientific breakthrough, to be honest. But, right, let's follow this in order, not just kind of what I think I remember. So, the clown bolted down the alleyway. We're going to follow the clown. Oh! Nico? Is it Nico? Oh. Well, can we look at her first?
Excuse me,
Too
mademoiselle?
late, too late.
Hi, my name's
It is a
George
little
Stoller.
bit. It is a little bit clunky here on PS1 in terms of controls, much like the Discworld games are. But
Yeah, that's right.
I'm
On
still
holiday
enjoying
in
it.
Paris. Some holiday, huh?
You were here when the bomb went off?
Sure was. Sat right out front of the cafe.
Did you notice a middle-aged man, maybe 60, with an hat and overcoat?
I couldn't believe it. She hadn't even asked how I was feeling.
it is
Yeah,
quite
He went inside just before the bomb exploded.
self-centered in
You
some
weren't
ways. He's
related
constantly
to
on about
me.
himself.
Oh no, nothing like that. I am Nicole Collard from La Liberté.
Nicole. I knew it was
What's that?
Nico.
Some kind of nightclub?
No, it is a newspaper.
You're a reporter?
I'm a freelance photojournalist.
Say, you can interview me about the bombing.
Maybe not.
You know, an eyewitness account. Minutes after the outrage that shook the whole of Paris. You know, real-life drama, human interest, that kind of stuff.
I'll just stick to the
Papa?
facts, thank you.
Nicole.
Did you see who...
Renault.
I know it sounds crazy, but he was dressed like a clown.
Oh God, it's him again.
Ooh, intrigue. That is an unflattering picture. If I get out... Oh, I can't get out of the way. An unflattering picture down here of the inspector.
Do you know a police officer called Rosso?
Oh, yes, up at the top,
Papa,
we've got his
tabernacle
business card.
crossing. If I didn't know better, I'd say it was deliberate. Have you
So
seen
that top
Rocco?
bar
Is he here?
does seem to be
He's inside,
an inventory bar.
attempting to question
And
a
then the
witness
bottom
with
is
his
where we're
psychic
questioning people.
powers.
One of those stress toys? It is.
That guy is weird.
Oh, I haven't
Yeah.
played with one of those for ages. Right, I'm going to ask her about herself a little bit.
You speak very good English for a French girl.
Oh, they all
Thanks.
speak very good English.
You speak very good English from America.
Everybody in Europe speaks very good English. Right, old man.
Who's the guy you were supposed to meet?
His name was Planter. I didn't know him, but he
Oh,
told
of course,
me
this
last night.
ventures all into the kind
He
of
said he had a story which would interest me. He
Knights
asked me to
Templary
meet him
stuff,
at
doesn't
a
it?
cafe. I guess I'll never
Unless that's
know
the
what he
second
wanted
one.
to tell me.
Oh, they
Not
all
unless you have
mix.
Rosso's
They released
gift
one on
for
Xbox
psychic
One, actually, which was
interrogation.
very good. Except for the English. Yeah, you're not wrong. Right, the clown.
Have you met the clown before?
It's a long story.
I have plenty of time.
I don't.
Brusque.
Why won't you tell me about this clown?
Why do you want to get involved?
Because he almost killed me. Isn't
Well,
that
that's a
reason
fair
enough?
enough reason, actually.
I guess so. Listen. I'll give you my phone number.
Right, that's one way of getting a phone number, I guess.
You help me with my story, and I'll let you in on what I know. And let's get one thing straight right now. This is strictly business.
Fair.
Okay, it's a deal.
I have to go develop these pictures. Bientôt, monsieur.
Oh, okay.
Fine. See you soon.
I don't get to ask any more questions. She's off. I don't want to speak to Moo right now. Let's go this way. Come on. Pretty sure this is the alleyway. Oh, it's a bit shaky. Ah, this is the alleyway. A little point and click. Again, it is a bit, we're playing on mouse, so it's a little bit slow. I do apologise. We have got a speedy uppy mouse cursor button, but it doesn't speed up brilliantly. And the loading times are quite long in this one. Here we go. So, let's have a look at some things.
It was a plastic crate.
Okay, let's have a close look at some things.
There was nothing of interest.
Brilliant. Right. That's the thing. I can't lift it up with just my bare hands.
It was an iron cover concealing the entrance to a drain or sewer.
Won't be able to pick it up, but I'm going to give it a go anyway. No.
I tried to lift the cover with my fingers, but couldn't gain any leverage.
So I seem to remember this being a little bit more logical than the
It was a stack of
Discworld game.
cardboard boxes which had once contained bottles of wine.
Okay, let's have a look in those.
I examined the boxes closely.
No, nothing. Nothing in there. Right, okay, so I reckon the workman down the road might have a tool which then helps us get into the sewer. You never know. I mean, he's a workman, he's got tools, right? That's where we go. We hopefully won't get stopped by the police this time. Comment Georges? Comment allez-vous? Right, this way. Let's go, George. Can we do double tap? No? I thought double tap might speed him up, but it doesn't. There's a bit of bagpipes there in the background. We will get there at some point. These loading screens are a bit much. Okay, right. Can we just... Yeah, I thought that we might need to.
Hey, stop that! Get away from there!
What do you
I was
think
quite happy
you're
with that. I
doing?
think if we could have just got in there and grabbed one,
I was
it would have been a bit
admiring
much.
your toolbox.
Oh, eh? Had a good look, have you? I'm warning you, if you touch it, I'll crack your nut.
Okay,
Okay,
so
I
it
get
won't
your
be
point.
too easy, but let's have a look at him
The
first.
muscular workman wore a morose expression, like a silent warning to leave him to get on with his job.
I'm going to disturb him though.
Hey, you!
Ooh, not a good
I
start.
thought you'd been arrested.
Nah, it was a misunderstanding.
When he pulled that gun, gah! I thought that was
Let
it.
me know if the volume
Those
does need changing. I'll
automatics
change it up
pack
for you.
quite a punch, you know?
He made a mistake. He thought I was a terrorist.
You? A terrorist? Ha!
This was before
only doing his
9/11
duty, I
and
guess.
everything. We hadn't really kind of got that much of an understanding of terrorism at the time. Right, I can't do anything with him. Let's... Oh, right, no, I can ask him about things. Sorry. Ask him about the
What's in
toolbox.
What's in the toolbox? As if you didn't know.
Tools.
What's the big deal about tools, anyhow?
They're cool. Tools are civilization.
You don't say.
That's right. Tools are what distinguish us from other animals.
Apart from crows,
Who are
which
you
do use
calling
tools.
an animal? I've met your sort before. Looking down your nose at me because I'm working class, huh? I've a good mind to knock your block off.
If you could do it with a tool, that would be
What
tops.
kind of tools do you keep in your box?
Huh? You really are interested in tools?
Especially sewer opening
Sure,
tools.
like I said, tools are...
Yeah, civilization. So you keep saying.
So, are you going to show them to me?
Am I? Why, you?
Oh, come on.
Just a little peek. I just want a little
I've got
peek.
work to do. Find someone else to bother.
I'm going to just
Do
keep
you
asking
have
him
a tool
about
for
the
lifting
tools.
manhole covers?
As it
Ooh.
happens, I do.
Maybe we just ask him.
Cool. Lend it to me, just for a few minutes.
No,
Oh, come on.
no. Get your own.
I thought that would be a little easy. Maybe we just...
Let me explain what I'm going to do with your manhole
Yeah, just keep
lifting
asking him
tool.
about it.
Let me explain what I'm going to do with my beak.
Oh, hey, forget it. I'll come back when you're in a better mood.
It doesn't get any better than this.
Okay. Right, well, I'll ask him about the clown and
Did
stuff
you see
while
a
I'm
clown
here.
come
Because
by
he might
this
as
way?
well expound all
A
options.
clown. Like in a circus?
Yeah, with makeup and a big red nose.
Huh. Those guys are funny, aren't they?
Not in my experience.
No,
I love
clowns...
the circus,
clowns just aren't
especially
funny.
The horses.
You haven't answered my question. Have you seen a clown?
You think I've got time to watch everyone who passes by? Some of us have to work for a living.
I'm going to keep asking him
Look,
about the clown.
I know you're busy, but
Yeah,
surely you
that makes
noticed
sense.
a clown.
A clown walked past,
I told you
you notice.
already. I didn't see a thing.
He was wearing multicolored baggy trousers and makeup.
It'd be a poor
Well, you
sort of
definitely notice a
if he
clown
didn't.
running by with springy baggy trousers. This guy's strong bad. Hello, Ad. Strong bad?
Listen, I have to find that clown.
What's
He's a
strong bad?
killer.
Say, who are you anyhow? A cop?
No, of course not. I mean, do I look like a cop?
Definitely not a cop. I mean,
No. But you act
that
like
said,
one.
while he's happy
Sticking your
to
nose
admit
anywhere
he's
it's
not a cop, he
wanted.
was rifling
How
around
do
in
you
a
know
dead
this
guy's
guy's a
pockets for
killer?
evidence.
Did
So,
you see him in action?
Didn't you hear the explosion? The cafe was blown up.
I wondered what that bang was. Any bodies?
Yeah, an old man was killed.
maybe this is it. Maybe I get him to go and...
I didn't think it was that serious.
Maybe by talking
What
to him
about
here,
the
I've got him to
waitress?
go to the
Oh,
cafe.
she's fine.
Thank the saints.
That would be good.
Did Did you see an old guy
Oh,
with a
maybe not.
briefcase?
I was really Homestar.
Wait,
Homestar
silly old
Runner? I'm
coot.
lost now, Ad,
Do
I'm
you
afraid,
know what
sorry.
he said to me? Work fascinates me, he says. I could watch it all day. Can't beat. I could have knocked his block off.
Right.
Did you recognize the old man?
No. Should I have done? Was he a celebrity?
I can't just
but
get
guess
into
he
his
is now. His name was
toolbox as
Quentin.
easily as I thought I
Was
could.
he the one who died in the cafe?
Yeah.
That's too bad. Now I wish I hadn't called him what I did. If only I could turn back the clock. If only I'd been more tolerant.
Regret
The
and
flash
remorse are
animation strung
strange
out as
emotions.
Mexican wrestling never took his gloves
They
off.
really bring out the hammiest actors in people.
I remember flash animations, but I don't. I remember flash animations, but I don't remember that particular
I
one.
gotta go.
Don't let me keep you.
Right, if I. Oh, maybe. No, hold on. One
Hey,
last
you.
thing.
What do you want now?
I've got my thing up top here. I can.
Take a look at this.
You told me you want a cop.
Don't shout about it. I'm working undercover.
Who are you looking for?
That's confidential.
Maybe.
Check out my card.
I've seen it already.
Okay, now I want your tools. Give me a
I gotta
tool.
go.
Don't let me keep you.
I was hoping if I showed him that, he'd. Oh, can I just pick that up?
Don't touch that phone.
Bams. Still making
Sorry.
them now. Oh gosh.
It was a huge and weighty-looking engineer's telephone.
Okay.
It was a battered metal toolbox.
What can I look at here? Is it the
There
tent?
was nothing inside
Yeah.
the tent except a large toolbox.
Okay. So I need to get him out of the way somehow. Oh, there's a phone box on this screen. No. Oh, I don't remember this one being as hard as Discworld. So maybe we just need to talk to people. Talk to people, get the clues, get the objects, solve the puzzle. It's not a phone box. It was just a big red. I don't know what that is. Oh, what am I looking at there?
I considered climbing the lamppost, but it wasn't going to shed any light on the affair.
See the Mystery on Sea of Thieves verging on Elite Worthy. I imagine it's going to get worse. No, I didn't actually. I've been out of touch. I have been back in Elite Dangerous a lot more recently. I've got my Elite Dangerous T-shirt on.
Excuse me, Sergeant.
But I've
You are the inspector.
not been on Sea of
Go
Thieves as
monsieur.
much. Oh, that was brusque. Let's talk to him about
Did
the
you find the
briefcase.
victim's briefcase yet?
No, sir. The inspector gave me specific instructions to guard this door. Until he countermands these orders or backup arrives, here I
Clues
stand.
with ciphers. Oh, I love that kind of stuff. I do. I might have to
really did
get
see
back
it,
in
Clement.
then.
He ran into the alley across the street.
Did you follow him?
I lost him. I figure he went underground.
I need to
Do you
get
know how
those.
many kilometers of sewers there are beneath this great city?
It's not a question I've lost sleep over.
I have no doubt that Inspector Rousseau will organize a proper search.
I need to get Siberia as well. Yeah, let's chat about Inspector Rosso quickly.
How did you and Rosso arrive at the scene of the explosion so quickly?
I reckon
You arrived within minutes.
this
Was
one's
it
quite
fun?
good in that it won't let you just keep
Inspector
asking about the
Rousseau's
same
sources
things
are
once you've got the
perpetual
information.
mystery to me,
So I
monsieur.
reckon
There
the
are
kind
some
of
who say he has been
modus
attacked
operandi we've
with
got
the
here
devil.
is ask people what we
What do you
can
think?
and pick up
I
what we
think
can and we'll
he
solve
is
it.
The devil.
I remember it's tricky, but I definitely remember it
What
not being
is
as hard as
Rosso
Discworld,
doing
and we
at
managed to
all?
complete Discworld
He is
together.
giving her the
We did it
once-over,
together.
as you Americans say.
Huh?
Once he gets his teeth into a case, nothing will shake him off.
Was he serious about all that psycho-detective stuff?
Of course, Inspector Rosso is a pioneer and a visionary. His revolutionary methods, once perfected, may change the face of
Evening,
law
Tally.
enforcement forever.
Yes.
I can't
George
wait to take him out to
Stobart.
LA.
The very first ones. The Xbox one is very good, I remember. I remember it being a really decent
I was
game.
one of the last people to see
It
the
suffers in the same way that
Does
kind of
that worry you?
everything does in long
Yes, it does.
franchises
I
where
feel I kinda
I think they kind of struggled a
owe it to
little
him
bit in
to
some
find this
areas
killer.
to kind of further the
That
story,
is
but it's a
best
very
left to
good
the
game still.
authorities, monsieur. Did he speak to you? Tell you anything?
No, he just grinned and nodded.
Don't let it trouble you, monsieur.
So I've got a
Go
business
and
card.
try
I've
to
got
forget
the
it.
policeman's business card up in the top. I'll try and use it on Moo.
Look, Sergeant, the inspector gave me his card.
Yes, monsieur. He wants you to advise him if you have any information concerning this case.
And then square is basically
Glad to
left
talk
mouse
with you,
button,
but
and
I
circle
don't
is
want him
basically
looking
right
for
mouse
psycho
button.
weirdness on me.
Ah, no, monsieur. You are confusing the science of parapsychology with witchcraft.
Oh yeah? What's the
I hope
difference?
we're all doing well, by the way. Thank you all
We
for popping
don't
in.
do sacrifices.
I'm going to try to
I
be
know
sticking
the
to a
identity
weekly
of that
Sunday
guy.
schedule where we're going to be heading in and playing some retro
that
point and
so?
click adventures, some
You
other
know
retro
him, do
stuff,
you?
maybe some new bits and pieces
No,
here
but-
and there. So
We'll know everything there is to know about him.
fingers
soon enough.
crossed anyway. I'm a father of
I'm
3,
trying
so
to
it's
be
all a bit
helpful here.
loosey-goosey.
The best way you can help us is to go home, monsieur.
I mean, yeah, that was very...
See you later, Sergeant.
Right, so I need to somehow get this guy away from his... That's it now. I've spoken to them both. I don't think I can get any further. I know that he has got a tool for lifting up manhole covers. I know that I need something to lift off a manhole cover. Tenchu is still on the list, but it is incredibly difficult. And I know that I can complete this because it's not like skill-based. It's knowledge-based. Come on. Let's have a look at that.
Set into the huge gate was a smaller access door.
Okay, well, let's try and use it, I guess. So Tenchu is still on the list. Hello, Tricky Bill. Yes, OG Broken
Door
Sword,
was securely
and
locked.
we are playing on OG hardware as well. Oh, was that locked?
The door was securely locked.
Bugger. So if you folks are new to the channel, I love a hint, hate a solution. So if you know the game and you know that I'm looking in wildly the wrong place for something, or if you can just give me a gentle nudge in the right direction, I absolutely love that. And I need it a lot of the time. But I'm not a fan of the, hey, go here, do this, do that. Because I think that ruins it. No, I have played it before. But I've played it before about 20 years ago. Or a bit more, actually. It's getting up to 30 years ago now, isn't it? Yeah, I played it in the late 90s, early 2000s. No, it can't be 30. It's gonna soon, isn't it? Oh my god. 96, like 27 years ago or something. Right, that's where I am currently. And I've got different places I can go to. So that's the cafe, or I can go to the police station. Let's pop down to the police station. Hello, Tally. Sound? Of course I can. Absolutely not a problem. I've got that up now, so hopefully it should be okay, but let me know if it needs any tweaking and stuff. As ever. So you should have some nice background music, and if we speak to this guy, we should be able to then hopefully balance it. And there's some good subtitles as well, which is nice.
Excuse me.
Not so fast. I'd like
So
your
hopefully that's
personal
okay
details,
for you. It's
please.
about there, and this is
Huh?
me.
What for?
October 96, we're
In
old.
the
It is
event of an
27 years.
accident.
It's getting
It
close
would
to
help us
30
to
years
know
old.
where to send the body.
Look, is this really necessary? I came in here to talk to Rosso.
Amazing,
Why
amazing,
did
amazing.
you not say?
Yeah, I completed it. I remember, I don't know if it's this one or the second one. I have got both on PS1. So obviously today we are playing the absolute OG Broken Sword on PS1. It was one of those which is kind of the older version, so it doesn't even have the PlayStation kind of graphic down towards the bottom. And we just finished that one, Discworld. And we could have gone on to Discworld 2, but I have got Broken Sword 2 as well, which we will be dallying in at some point. And other point-and-click adventures, amazing Discworld ones. I think that's it for my point-and-click adventures. It was incredibly close tonight. I nearly went for Dino Crisis. It was very close. Very close. Some dialogue were cut off in the remake. Oh no, that's no good. Huh, I didn't know that. I can make the words out now. Oh no, brilliant. Busy crocheting a steampunk parasol. That is amazing. Why are you so much better than me? Why are you not streaming you making a steampunk parasol? That's amazing.
Why, yes. There was a fracas only this morning. Three arrests for public disorder.
And you say there was a clown involved?
A clown and a particularly offensive piece of sculpture with balloons.
Why does it always come down to Willy's?
Are you in any way involved with the reprobate, monsieur?
No, not me.
Why does it always come down to Willy's? Always.
May I see Inspector Rosso?
He's not here.
But
Oh.
Do you wish to leave a message for him? I have a choice of blue or black pen.
I didn't
I'd
know they cut out
recommend the
bits,
blue
Tricky Bill.
for a
Thank you for
little
that. I
forward
love a bit of
for
trivia. I
you.
do love a bit of trivia.
I'd prefer to talk to him in person.
As you wish, monsieur.
Praggers, I know he never said outright that it was a Willy, but it was an offensive sculpture with balloons. Come on now.
Do you know anything about Rosso's psychic techniques?
Just sort of...
I cannot comment on my superior's methods. All I
What
will
else
say
could it have been,
is
Praggers?
that Inspector Rosso has an impressive record.
He's a good detective?
One of the best. He's a man of honor with a fine sense of duty.
You wouldn't say he was a screwball?
Not to his face, monsieur.
Is Sergeant Moo available?
What?
No, Sergeant Moo's at the
You want
cafe.
to
We
speak
know
to
this.
him?
Yes, please.
I cannot recall the last time someone asked to speak to Moo. No one ever speaks to him. Not even his kids.
Oh.
Eh bien. He is not here, monsieur. He is with Inspector Rosso. Like Laurel and Keaton, no, monsieur?
Hardy. Oliver Norville Hardy.
Okay.
Thanks for your help, officer.
So we're gonna go back and ooh, can I use that? If I use that, maybe to try and phone the guy to get him to come off. I haven't seen what people have created in the new Zelda game, to be honest. I'm gutted that we didn't get sent a copy for review, but we did get Jedi Survivor, which I definitely should be playing instead of this. But I love it. Right, let's give Nicole a call. Decent animation.
Bonjour, Kula.
Oh, hi. It's George Stobart, the American at the cafe.
Ah, oui.
You said to call if I could help.
Have you any news for me?
Well, I haven't had a lot of luck.
You found
Is it
nothing?
just me or they're holding the phones a bit weird?
No.
Look, I'm very busy right now. Call me if you have any news, okay?
Oh. Yeah, I guess.
Adieu, monsieur.
Yeah, see ya.
Yeah, there was no reason for me to call her. I just thought I'd see what happened. I want to call the number... Oh, maybe I don't... Maybe I'll... Right. I know I can call. Let's head out. Let's head out. We'll go back to the cafe. That's how awkward it was. It was incredibly awkward. I love how Nicole just doesn't take any of George's nonsense. So we need to get the workman's toolbox open. I don't know how we're going to do it, but we need to. Maybe if we approach from this angle. No, it's not happening.
Hey, what did I tell you?
Yep, fair.
Don't touch!
Okay already.
Oh, I wonder if this has got a number on the side of it.
It was a huge
No.
and weighty-looking engineer's telephone.
Oh. I'm lost already. This is task 1. Honestly, I genuinely I know I can believe it. This is task 1. I'm lost already.
The table had been overturned by the explosion.
Okay, right. Moo isn't any help. I'm wondering.
The table had been overturned by the explosion.
Oh, but if I've got 2 looks. I've got that look, and then I've got a
I
close look.
considered straightening the table, but I figured it best not to disturb the evidence.
Yeah, I think that's the first good idea you've had, actually, George. Right, I'll go back. I'll see if I can pick up any. Ooh, is there anything down here that I might be able to? Oh, yeah.
Wrapped around the lamppost was a newspaper.
Might come in handy. Genuinely might actually have something helpful. It is a bit jerky. Takes a moment to load on a PS1 disc.
The leading article referred to the visit of a Nobel Prize winner from some unpronounceable Eastern European state. That was the only news story. The rest was rumor, gossip, and sensationalism. Then I noticed the writing at the foot of the page. It read Salah ad-Din, 1345.
Okay, well that's something. We have a newspaper now. And what's that?
It was an iron lamppost.
Okay, yeah, that's fine. That's the thing that we're not going to crawl up and down. We'll ask. We'll have a look at Moo
The sergeant
first.
was a scrawny man in his 50s who resembled a constipated chicken.
That's unpronounceable. Yeah, I was literally thinking that, Doc. Thank you for saying it for me. It's like, yeah, what have we got?
Excuse
Poland,
me, Sergeant.
Romania,
Please go away, monsieur.
Ukraine. Like, they're not that hard to pronounce.
I found this in the street, Sergeant.
That, monsieur, is a newspaper, no?
Astute observation, Moo.
There's a note written on it. Salah ad-Din, 1345.
Ah, so the meeting with the clown was planned.
I don't know why I'm checking my watch.
How do you make that out?
Like, my watch is telling me
The
what time it
of
is
the
in game right
explosion
now.
was between 1:30 and 2 o'clock, n'est-ce pas?
I guess so. But what about the name?
Aha!
That stumped you, hasn't it?
I have never been stumped, as you put it, in my life, monsieur. It is the name assumed by the clown, no?
Salah ad-Din the clown?
No.
I don't think so.
Okay, right. I'm not getting anywhere with that. What if I can...
See you later, Sergeant.
I can't get in there, I assume. He's not going to let me in. Maybe I can get, like, a bottle of wine or something in the alleyway that I can then... use with the guy, the toolbox guy? I don't know. Long loading times. You know what I might do is I might actually save it. Right, okay, let's save. What's restore? I suppose restore might be load. Reading memory card. I've definitely got a free slot. Yes. Broken sword. Save. Save system. Yes, hate everything about this way of saving. Czech Republic was too much for Larry G. American. Well, at the time, it would have been Czechoslovakia, wouldn't it? Way back then. Oh, yeah, you can die in this version. I have heard. I don't remember dying, so whatever bit it was at, I must have got it right. Yeah, very true. It didn't.
I took a deep
kind of
breath
it was
and
just
prepared
normal.
to climb the drain pipe.
When we were
I guess the clown had an escape over the rooftops.
Yeah, but can I grab it? Can I take it?
I decided I'd had enough
No.
of messing with that drain pipe.
I'm going to look at it, though.
The drain pipe hung limp and useless.
Right, can I do that? No, pretty solid. Oh, I hadn't realised that the bin was separate from these boxes. Maybe these are separate as well. Yep, obviously they are. Yeah, I remember I started off playing on a Amstrad CPC 464, so loading times on that were... Cat! Loading times on that were pretty long. Right, this one? No, nothing up here. Can't pick anything up. Oh, what about... Oh no, that's the... I've clicked it now, but I think that's just the crate.
There was nothing of interest.
Right. So there's nothing that I can find here in the alleyway, apart from the sewer hatch which goes down, which I need to get into. I need to get into that sewer hatch. To do so, I need to somehow distract the workman so that I can go through his toolbox and grab the thing. Oh, it is perfectly sarcastic, isn't it? It's got a really Pratchett-y feel. I think quite a few of the point-and-click adventures did back then, because we had this, I mean, we had Monkey Island, we had Discworld, and they've all got that sarcastic, fourth wall breaking feel to them. Oh, Night Praggers, huge thanks for stopping by. I hope you have a nice night's sleep. It is. Has it been an hour already? Crikey, it has. We've got nowhere. I can't believe it's an hour and we've got literally nowhere. Right, I'm going to talk to him again, see if this Saladin thing is going to loosen his lips.
Hey, you!
What do you want now?
Right, I've got the newspaper I can ask him about.
Would you like to read my newspaper?
I haven't got time to read that. Can't you see I'm busy?
You could read it on your lunch break.
10 minutes is all I get. And if my boss had his way, I wouldn't get that. He'd have me on a drip, so I didn't have to stop to eat.
Oh, take the newspaper and quit complaining.
Okay. Okay, is he actually...
Ah, look at this. Damn bleeding out liberals.
We might be getting somewhere.
Ah, save the dolphins. Catch them and eat them, I say. All that fuss over a bunch of fish. Nah, that's more like it. Look at the size of those. Like champagne bottle corks, no? Ah, what's this? Saladin running in the Prix de l'Arc de Triomphe.
It's a racehorse?
He's got it.
A horse? A legend. Bucephalus reborn, mon ami.
Oh,
Like a streak of lightning she is.
okay, so we've got some information. Dean.
Do me a favor, won't you? Keep an eye on my hole. I'm off to put some
He's gonna go
money on
put
that
some money
knife.
on the horse. That's how we
What
got
about
him.
your toolbox?
Yes.
Stuff it. Help yourself.
We did it. We actually did something. The worst thing is, I've had to, very long story, but I've had to redo all of my OBS stuff, all of my streaming software. So I haven't got my normal
I
achievement
found just
pop-up
what I
buttons.
wanted.
So
A
I can't
tool
even
for lifting
press my...
manhole covers.
I got an achievement thing. I can't press my actually did something button and have my achievement pop up. Gutted. But we've got something done. I'm gonna have a celebratory swig of off-brand cola. Ah, delicious. Tastes like victory. Okay. Where are we going? Going down a manhole, it would seem. See, I knew this one wasn't as complicated as Discworld. Find things, try the things with the different things, it worked. Done. I don't even think I've got the newspaper anymore, so I can't use it for other things. Perfect. Exactly what we want. You are right though, Ad. It didn't feel like a long loading time at the time. Right, can I just if I just use now, does it automatically use what I've got?
The cover was too heavy and awkward to lift with my bare hands.
Okay, cool. So, oh, there we go. If I press triangle, it moves it up to the thingy, and then I can do that. The animation's actually quite good.
I lifted the cover to reveal what smelt like the entrance to a sewer.
She chose down. Oh, I'm enjoying this again. Loading times are a little long, but the animation is beautiful. Look at that. "27 years. And it's still very, very happy to play this today. What's that down on the floor? Something. I don't know what it is. I'm going to pick it up. Labyrinth reference. Ad got it. Anytime something comes up. To be fair, I do speak mostly in quotes, even to my children.
Ball, I realized it was intended to be worn. It was the clown's red nose.
Clown's red nose. Right, we got something. Let's carry on walking round, I guess. Like, I don't know why. Let's say you're in a foreign country. Go to a cafe. Happens to be an explosion at the cafe. You instantly turn into an amateur detective. I have a feeling that George Stobar is actually a left-leaning millennial lady living with 5 cats. And a lot of murder podcasts. I say greetings programs when I'm trying to work. Cool. Only... Isn't that...
I scooped up the sodden tissue.
Tron?
It was cold and greasy.
It's Tron,
like
isn't it, that one?
breakfast leftovers.
Okay, there's something else here as well. Can pick that up. It is yes! If you want to ever, by the way, folks who are
I
watching,
took hold of the scrap of material.
if you
and
ever want to
unsnagged it
subject
from the
me
spike.
to movie, video games, TV show trivia, I would love that. I love trivia. I love a quiz. Oh, there's another thingy over here. I'm not going to be able to get to it, but I can get to this. What is the use here? Oh, that's the spiky bits. We're not going to be able to do that. That's fair enough. Let's go up. Have a look. My LinkedIn profile text is, look, this is all a mistake. I'm just a compound interest program. I work as savings and loans. I can't play these video games of sin. Oh, bonjour. Ça va? Ça va bien, merci?
Hi there. Hold it right there, you sewer rat. I knew you'd come back, and now I've got you.
What are you talking about?
You're trespassing. Come out of there, immediately.
Didn't mean to. I'm just following a
That's
killer.
what I'm trying to do. Give me your hand.
Ha! You won't catch me with tricks like that.
Right, we're out, and we're at
Keep
l'hotel.
your distance, monsieur.
Oh, is this looking?
Okay,
You see the door just here?
Now, what were
I
you
think that
looking
door leads out onto the street by the workmen. Right.
I was looking for a clown.
Huh, ridiculous. Do you really expect me to believe that?
Oh, see, this is
He
quite good
planted a
because
bomb in the
I've got a
cafe and
vague,
blew it up.
very vague memory
The cafe?
of kind of the
Blown
thing
up?
to do. Oh, I remember that
Mon
first
Dieu,
one.
That is awful.
Hit him with the phone, Doc.
And you say the person
I don't think you are a
responsible
real
was dressed
doctor at all.
as a clown?
I've got a really
That's
vague
right.
memory, but I don't
He
remember
blew
the
up
story.
cafe,
So this
escaped
is a
into the
real
sewer,
pleasure to play
changed
it
his
again and not be
clothes,
able to
and
remember
came
it.
up here.
Ah, mon Dieu. And then, the man I chased, do you think that man and the clown are
One and the same.
one and the same?
Well, yes, it had crossed my mind.
Okay,
Ah,
fair enough.
that
Apparently I
still
remember it
does
a bit
not
better than I
explain
thought I
what
did.
you were doing down the sewer. For all I know, you are in league with him.
Oh no, I'm just a tourist.
Most tourists are content with the Eiffel Tower, the Louvre, or the Pigalle. I didn't realize my waste pipes were such an attraction.
Okay, I've got a few things up here. I've got the clown's red nose.
Take a look at this false nose.
I've never seen it before in my life.
Okay, what is this?
Do you recognize this material?
I am not telling you anything.
Okay, maybe if I...
Perhaps you'd like to take a look at my car?
I'm just impersonating a police officer now.
What is this? Inspector Augustin Rousseau? What does that say? Hominoid Division?
Homicide?
A homicide. I think the ink's smudged.
Then you are not a tourist.
Okay, I'm not. I lied to you. And I'm sorry.
Don't apologize, monsieur. You know, I had a feeling there was something different about you. It is your posture, your poise. Oh, yes. There is no mistaking the bearing of a disciplined man. And I should know. I was in the army, you know. When I was your age, I was fighting for my life in the African desert.
I didn't ask him any of this.
How can I help you, Inspector?
Let's start over from the beginning and tell it just like it was.
Okie dokie. Let's have an ask about the clown first.
Tell me about the man you apprehended.
He was a mean one, monsieur. He grabbed me in an armlock, his face suddenly next to mine. His grip was like iron, but he did not know what he was up against. Oh no, he made a big mistake when he took on one of the desert hyenas.
Yes, I get the picture.
Okay, that's all I can ask him about the clown, so I'm going to ask him about the old man who
Does
died.
the name Plantard
Monsieur
mean anything to
Plantard.
you?
No, it doesn't.
Oh, no, nothing. The waitress?
Do you know the waitress at the cafe?
So you don't want to hear about my experiences
Not particularly,
in the
mate, no.
desert? I fought to make this country what it is today.
Bon, c'est bon. C'est
I'm
bon,
sure
monsieur.
you did, but I'm a little short of time.
The waitress.
Do you know the waitress at the cafe?
Tell me about the waitress.
You can't suspect her, surely.
Just answer the question, please.
Yes, I know her quite well, you could say. She came to work at the cafe 7 months ago. I look forward all week.
I think I could try and hit him with the phone, Doc, if you think it would help.
When she visits.
Really? So you'd miss her if she wasn't there?
Oh, mais oui. Who else would I find to cut my toenails?
Whoop. That was disgusting.
Was the guy you saw carrying a briefcase?
Cut your own toenails, man.
Why, yes, he was. Clutched in his arms like a baby.
That belonged to his victim.
Oh, what do you think was in it? Drugs? Stolen jewels?
I don't know, but the killer thought it was worth a man's life.
It's really well voice acted as well. I know the Discworld one as well, but it was quite silly. But this is kind of like seriously well acted. Right, I'm going to ask him
Take a look
about the
at
stuff
this
here.
false nose.
Aha! That looks like a clown's nose to me.
Precisely. He must have dropped it in his panic.
Unless he wanted you to find it.
Why would he want to do that?
To put you off the scent.
Okay, admittedly, that's good. I wonder if I select it, is it just the same
Take a
thing?
look at this.
You
Just says you showed me before. Amazing.
This is what I used to open the manhole.
I don't know
cover.
why he'd want to see that.
I
but-
have one just the same as that, monsieur. I will fetch it if you like.
No, don't bother.
Oh, it is no bother, monsieur.
Nah, forget it.
Please forget it.
Just trying to be helpful, monsieur.
Okay,
this
let's
piece
have a look
of
at this now. That
material
he
mean
thinks I'm a
anything
police
to
officer,
you?
he might tell me a bit more.
Ah, that is the same cloth as the jacket I found. I'd recognize that pattern anywhere.
What does this tissue mean to you?
Nothing, monsieur. It's disgusting.
Ooh, what you won't have
What
seen
on
is
earth
that
was
just
there
down
to
here we've
show
had a
it to
new
me?
option open up
Someone had
just
emptied
there
their nostrils into
for
it.
the jacket he found, so we can ask him about that now. And if I press X, yes, X jumps him
Now,
down there
about the
automatically. That's
jacket
quite
you
nice.
found. Do you have it here?
No, monsieur. One of the sleeves was badly torn, so I sent it for repair.
Maybe we have to go and see the place where it's being
Pity,
repaired.
Because otherwise, it was a fine piece of quality tailoring. It had the tailor's name inside on the label.
Which was?
Where did you send the jacket?
I gave it to an itinerant Romani seamstress.
Just my luck. Was there anything in the jacket pockets?
Not a sou. You know what I think?
I want to know what you
Do
think.
tell me.
He changed out of the clown suit and cunningly disguised himself as an ordinary person.
Oui, monsieur.
Looks like I'm up against a mastermind.
Okay, I can ask him
What
again
was
about
the
the
name
jacket.
on the label?
Ah, it was a foreign name. Todrick, I think.
Todrick, okay. See, we're getting somewhere.
Did you
We're
get
getting
the
somewhere.
address?
Again.
There wasn't one, monsieur. Only a telephone number.
But I can use the telephone
Well, I
to the
don't
police
expect you to
station.
remember a phone number you've only seen once.
74 98 08 59.
You're kidding. That's his phone number?
Yes, that's it.
Oh,
A
I
little
missed
trick
writing it
number
down.
That I learned in the desert. I was taught the technique.
Hopefully,
by
it just
actual
remembers it and we
application.
can
That's
use it.
incredible.
It comes in handy at the supermarket checkout. Do I get a reward?
Honesty, monsieur, is its own reward.
Then I'm glad I do not rely on honesty to pay the bills.
Okay, that is
I have to be going.
everything.
Thanks to your help, the citizens of Paris can sleep a little easier tonight.
Vraiment? I was only doing my duty, monsieur. Good luck, Inspector. I hope you catch that killer soon. I'll let you out.
If he's let me out there, as I said, I reckon it's going to go to Workman's Hut thing on the street.
I hope you find your man, Inspector.
Nice bit of bagpipes
So
there
do
in the
I.
background. We do go to Scotland in this at some point, don't we? I think. I seem to remember. I think I conflate this too much, a lot, much too much, with the Da Vinci Code. There is a bit of crossover here and there. Right. I reckon we can go... We'll go and have a quick chat with Moo. Tell him stuff we've learned. And then if that doesn't open up anything, we'll then go to the police station again. And hopefully we've got the phone number for that guy written down on the envelope thing. Right, let's go and speak to Sergeant Moo of the gendarme.
Sergeant Moo?
Yes.
Okay, let's have a look. Clown.
I've tracked down the clown's movements, Sergeant.
Is that so, monsieur?
Yeah.
We've done quite well, I
There's a
think.
man
for
down the street who saw him
citizen in a
crawling
foreign
out of the
country.
sewer.
Dressed as a clown?
No, he changed into ordinary clothes by then.
So, how did he know it was the clown?
Fair
He
question.
didn't, but all the clues add up.
Little children can add up, but I wouldn't let them manage my bank account.
Okay, right, let's...
I believe this material came from the clown's clothing.
If you are right, monsieur, then the clown must be an Englishman.
Well, how do you figure that?
Only the English will wear a suit made from material like that.
Don't you like the English?
It is not so much a question of liking, rather one of taste. They have none.
The English have to take their licks as well,
Do you
unfortunately.
recognize this dirty tissue?
No, monsieur, I do not.
I found it in the sewer.
Perhaps it would be better
mean,
if
yeah,
you
fair
put it back
enough.
there.
No way. This could be an important clue.
If you say so, monsieur.
It's not going to be an important clue, is it? It's going to be a piece of dirty tissue you found
I
in the
found
sewer.
this red nose in the sewer.
What were you doing down there?
Fishing for clues. That's where the clown went.
You still insist you saw a clown, monsieur?
Of course. And this novelty nose proves it.
It will take more than a plastic proboscis to convince Inspector Rousseau.
You don't want this as evidence, then?
Certainly not, monsieur.
Okay, that is all we're getting from here. So,
See you later, Sergeant.
I'll head down to the police station and I will try calling. Number one, I'll see if we've got the phone number for that tailor shop stored. And if not, I'll phone Nicole, because I reckon we've got something to give her now. We've got a little bit of evidence, you might say, the je ne sais quoi. We've got a little something to give her. I do genuinely value that they put in a speed up mouse cursor button on this. They knew what they were doing. Reflections. Reflections? Revolution. Revolution software. Yeah, not Reflections. I do apologise. Right, poste de police. We'll see. Come on. It's a very lovely coin, but it spins very slowly. Here we go. Right. Use the phone. All these things are just Wall-mounted things. Right, let's have a look. Have we got... Oh, yeah, see, this is all... There we go, B. Todrick. Right, let's call the tailor. I love that, how it's written down on an envelope. That's a really nice little...
Hello? Who is this?
Hi, my name's George Stobart. You don't know me.
Correct, Mr. Stobart. I don't. What can I do for you?
Well, I'm trying to trace one of your customers. Could I maybe come over and talk to you?
No, that's not possible.
Oh, okay. Forget it. Listen, all I want is a name.
What are you talking about? Who are you working for?
I guess you might say I'm acting in the interests of truth and justice.
Impersonating a police officer.
Ah, thank God. I thought you were the police.
There are innocent lives at stake, Mr. Todrick. Lives that you could save.
You're collecting for charity, yes?
No, I'm not. All I want from you is information.
Go on. I'm listening.
Let's have a look. Clown. Clown first.
What do you know about the clown who bombed the Café de la Chandelle Verte?
I don't have no idea what you're talking about.
You're cool, Todrick. But I think you know more than you're saying.
I don't know who you be, but sure I am you don't know what you're talking about.
I don't know if you're saying that to make me think you don't know what I mean, but... Oh, this is ridiculous. Quit playing games with me, Todrick.
I tell you, I know nothing about no clown.
I'm gonna just ask him about the clown again.
Did you know that one of your customers was a part-time clown?
If a guy feels happy with a funny nose and custard down his pants, what's the problem?
Do you know a guy called Plantar?
No, I never heard of him.
Let's try again.
Shall I tell you what happened to Plantar? How he was killed in cold blood?
I told you, I never heard of Plantar.
I'm gonna just keep on
I
going.
expect Plantar's a family man, don't you? In their little apartment, Madame Plantar is cooking the supper, listening for the familiar sound of her husband's key in the door.
Look, we are
Junior is
pressuring
waiting
him
for
a
his
bit
daddy
much
to come home from
for an
work.
American citizen
He can't
who's
wait
just
to show him
decided
the
to
merit
investigate a
marks he earned
Parisian
in
murder.
school today. Only tonight, Monsieur Plantar won't be coming home.
You forgot the puppy.
Huh?
The faithful puppy dog, waiting for the sound of his master's voice.
Well, maybe they don't have a dog. What do you think?
I don't know, Plantar. I never heard of Plantar. None of this has anything to do with me.
And that is all we've got. Nothing
Thanks
to
for
do with
nothing, Todrick.
nothing to do with the trailer. I reckon calling Nicole's a solid idea now. I don't reckon she'll be too awkward with us. Come on. Hey, Grand Defense, we are playing the fantastic Broken Sword 1. This is the one we're playing tonight. Broken Sword 1, 1996. Brilliant animation so far. Long loading times. But generally, pretty enjoyable here on PlayStation 1.
Bonjour, couleur.
Mind you, that depends if Nicole is about to shout at us again.
It's me again, George Stobart.
Hi, George. Any news?
You bet. I met a witness who spoke to the clown.
I hope we're all
And
doing
I know
okay.
where
You
the
don't
killer
remember
gets his
Broken
suits.
Sword? Very good.
No
Point and click
kidding.
adventure similar to
Hey, I'm
Discworld.
impressed.
You are? Well, it wasn't easy.
Bit easier on the puzzles.
Look, why don't you come here to my apartment?
Fine. Where do you live?
Oh, is it the Rue de...
361
Rue
Rue Jarry.
Okay, I'll come right over.
Right, we are keeping it strictly business, even though they work together for trying to impress the girl. Yeah, classic mistake. We've all been there. We've all done it. So it's a point-and-click adventure ground defense. This is very similar to Discworld, but a bit easier. The puzzles and things make more logical sense. The loading times are a bit longer here. The animations are a bit better. Generally, it's pretty good. You just started Discworld 2. I was considering Discworld 2. I was considering Discworld Noir. For this stream, I was considering Tomb Raider 2. Tenchu. I literally wasn't sure what I was going to step into until I actually, 2 minutes before I started streaming. Let's have a look in the windows. Let's have a look in the windows, I said, George.
The shop window featured a display of gowns and women's stuff.
So in this one, generally speaking, if you talk to people
the woman
enough,
was doing something
you'll
with a
get there.
pair of needles that couldn't be described as knitting.
Right,
She was a cheery old soul, the kind you'd walk across the street to avoid.
I'm going to walk across the street to have a bit of a chat with her. Thank you hugely, folks, by the way, for the follows and all of that stuff. It is not needed, but it is very gladly welcomed. And obviously, if you do follow, you'll get a notification when we go live. What I try to do,
thanks.
I'm very good.
is I will try to make it very clear in the
same,
notification
but
and
I'm not
description
superstitious.
what we're playing, so you can
Besides,
very
if
quickly
it only
decide
takes
if it's
a
of any
minute,
interest.
That's not much
So I
of
do
a
try
feature
my
to look
best.
forward to.
Tomb Raider, 100%. I am saving Noir for after. I will be at some point delving into my favourite Tomb Raider, which is Tomb Raider 2. I still, I absolutely adore that game. One of the best Tomb Raiders, if you ask me. Right, I'm going to ask her about Nicole.
Do you know a young woman called Nicole Collard?
Yes, I do. She lives upstairs from me, in the apartment block across the street. The door isn't locked, but you'll need to give it a gentle nudge. It sticks, you see, because of the damp.
Okay, good to know.
The landlord said he'd fixed it before winter sets in. He's been saying that for 3 years.
Yeah, sounds like a landlord to me.
How
Ask her
long
about
has
Nicole
Mademoiselle
again.
Collard lived here?
It's quite good, because with this one you just get the information out of people and then kind of work out which bits. It's not as out of left field as the Discworld games.
Struggle to keep warm. The only reason I stay is because the rent is cheap. You're a young lady. She deserves better.
Oh, no. Yeah, it's my lie-in tomorrow, luckily. Oh, no. It was my lie-in today. Oopsie. Oh, no. It's work tomorrow, isn't it? Oh, no.
I thought Mademoiselle Collard was
Night
a
ground
successful
defense. Not star, pal.
Not as successful as she makes out
Thank
for
you for
all
popping
her
in.
fine clothes. Oh, I've heard her crying herself to sleep at night.
That's awful.
Now don't you let on that I've told you.
Oh,
She's
I'd forgotten
proud, that one. Too proud, if you ask me.
I've changed
Right.
my mind. Will you tell my fortune?
You're going on a long journey.
that. She's not wrong.
My, oh my. What a surprise. Can you tell me anything I don't already know?
10 francs, please, my dear.
10 francs? That's a ripoff.
Please yourself.
How does this fortune-telling routine work?
If I knew that, I wouldn't be selling flowers for a living.
Haven't you ever wondered why you were blessed with the gift?
I might see if I can buy some flowers
It's a
for
bit
Nicole.
like satellite television, I suppose. Some of us are born with a built-in receiver dish. I just happen to be one of the lucky ones.
Let's try
Can
it
you
again.
really foretell the future?
Pro-Euro video
Only
game
time
humour.
will tell, monsieur. The strange thing is, I can't seem to see myself in the future. Other people,
Oh, gosh.
I have no problem. But when I tried to see what might happen to me...
Does that mean she's going to die?
That must be scary.
That is not how
Maybe.
you spell scary.
I figure it's a kind of natural safety mechanism. Either that,
Yeah, 10 francs,
or I don't have a future.
1.5 euros, but I don't know about £1 now. It was, I don't know the current exchange rates.
Are the flowers for sale?
I always
Oui,
remember
monsieur.
Deutschmarks. There were 3 Deutschmarks to £1.
Okay.
That's what we used to have.
I'll take a
Give or
bunch
take.
of those white ones.
I wouldn't do that if I was you.
White lilies?
No?
They are lilies.
Lilies for
monsieur.
funerals.
Some people associate them with death.
Yikes. Well, thanks for telling
How
me.
do you not know this, George?
What other flowers do you have?
Does he not know this?
Dahlias?
Dahlias, yeah.
What do they signify?
Our next door neighbour grows
Insecurity.
literal prize-winning dahlias, and God
Hmm.
bless him, he plants them in our
I don't want
garden
to give
as
her
well.
the wrong idea
He's an
about me.
absolute legend, and they are beautiful.
What about the tall yellow ones?
Those are iris. The
Iris?
flame of passion.
And the little yellow ones?
Sensuality.
Well, they're no use to me. I want to make an impression, not jump down her throat.
Right, no flowers. I'm going to ask her about the cloth,
What can you tell me
And
about
stuff
this
like that.
material?
just in case, really.
It's a very expensive piece of cloth, monsieur.
That's it.
What can you tell me about this tissue?
Nothing?
Do you recognize this nose?
No, monsieur.
Okie dokie. Right, I'm getting all I can
See you
out of
later.
her. So I need to go in,
That's right, monsieur.
and she said I need to give it a
You
bit of a
will.
bang. I assume it's this door here that's right behind him. Yeah. He's a bit of a cheapskate, you're absolutely right.
Remembering the flower seller's advice, I pushed the door gently just above the lock.
So I did need to speak to her in order to get the door open. Because otherwise he would have just thought it was stuck. I like to think that I've done something correct. Here and there, just 1 or 2 things I've managed to do correct. Oh, I remember this apartment. Can't really make out her face.
Bonjour. I'm glad you could make it, monsieur.
It's a big...
Please,
I was
call
going to
me
say living
George.
room, but it looks like it's
Oh.
open plan bedroom and
I'm
living room.
Nicole. Take a seat, George.
It is beautifully animated, considering the age of it.
Eh bien? And what have you been up to?
Answer then.
I've been exploring the sewers beneath the cafe.
I thought I could smell something bad.
The clown used the sewer to escape and to change out of his costume. I guess he was in a hurry. He left his jacket behind.
Nice whole jacket.
And?
I got his tailor's phone number.
Which proved out to be
You had
useless.
better luck than I did.
Luck, she said. Luck. Hard work, I'd call it. What happened?
I took my photographs to the editor, but he wasn't interested. Can you believe it? He told me to drop the story.
Intrigue.
But you're not about to do that.
Oh no. I am going to find out what's behind these killings. You know what I think? It's a conspiracy.
Conspiracy.
The police in 3 different countries have kept very quiet about the murders. The press don't connect them at all. They blame them on political, religious, or militant minority extremists.
Well, that covers just about everyone.
Covers just about everyone. Does, to be fair. Right, let's speak about the phone.
May I use your telephone?
Okay.
Sure, go ahead.
No,
Thanks.
didn't need to do that at all. But now that I'm here, we've got Saladin, which we can't do. We've got this. How would you get a laundry all the way up there? Have you not seen those ones before, Doc? Are We Joking around?
Hello?
Because I
Who
love
is
those laundry hangers. I adore them. But I don't know if they're a strictly
Mr.
European
Todrick?
thing.
Oh, it's you again. What now?
So basically, it's this thing. You need a high ceiling really to do it, but it's got a little pulley and tie off system. So you untie it, usually a little figure of eight with a little bullhorn. You know the things that look a bit like that. The things that look like that. A little metal pieces. So you tie it around those, and so you untie it and undo the pulley, and it comes down, and then you put all your clothes on it while it's down at waist height, and then you pulley back up, tie it off, so it's all the way up at the top. You need high ceilings to do it. I'm not sure if it is a European thing because I've lived in Germany. Swiss made,
Forget
or
it.
maybe it is European. But I absolutely love them. The only thing is you need a high ceiling for them, or relatively high. Right, got absolutely nothing from him. Let's talk about the evidence that I found. Let's have a look up here. Rope cleat. Yeah, cleats. There we are. Yeah.
I found this false
Yeah,
nose
they're
in the
absolutely
sewer.
brilliant. Yeah, that's very interesting. A false nose.
Hey, what's this inside it?
The contents of someone's nose?
Don't be gross, George.
How do you not?
It says La Risée du Monde. Masks and costumes. It's a costume shop.
Can I look
near
at
the
things while
Gare
they're in my
Saint-Lazare.
inventory as well?
I'll check it out. Maybe the owner remembers
Maybe.
who hired the clown costume.
Why don't you put it on, George?
No way am I wearing this. I'd look really stupid. Besides, he might have had a cold.
He might have had a cold. We've forgotten all this. Do you remember when we used to blow out birthday candles? Just like share spoons.
I showed you the red nose, didn't I?
Yes, you did.
Can I, if I press
Why
the other
don't you pay
button?
a visit to the shop it came from?
That would be a good idea,
I
actually.
just might do that.
Uh,
I found a piece of material near the cafe.
I'm going to show it to her. Cool.
When I showed it to the concierge, he recognized it right away.
Because he's a very clever guy.
It's very distinctive, all right. Just wait until you see this.
Until I see what?
I developed the film I shot at the cafe.
Maybe it's the
Yes,
same
George,
as
it's
the
an
thing.
enlargement I made.
Are we going to see it? We're going to see it on the screen.
Look what that guy's wearing.
Or is he just going to say?
Checkered
Yeah.
pants.
He's just
The
going to
same
say.
material as
Same
I found
material.
in the sewer.
That's right. This guy shouldn't be difficult to find.
Oh no?
Take a close look at his left cheek.
A scar. In the shape of a horseshoe.
That's handy.
Oh, a crescent moon.
Okay, we've got that.
How come you enlarged this photograph of me?
Because I noticed the guy behind you, of course.
Okay, I'd like to have taken a look
I
at that.
found this tissue down the sewer.
Everybody just thinks you're weird for picking up a
Oh,
tissue you
that's
found in the sewer.
disgusting, George.
Like, why would you just pick up a tissue you found in the
I
sewer?
think the stuff on it is grease paint. Like actors use.
That makes
Or
sense.
clowns.
It's still disgusting. Get rid of it.
Nope, shan't. Right, let's talk about
How did
Plantard.
get your name?
For the newspaper, La Liberté. I'd written an article linking two unsolved murders, one in Italy and the other in Japan.
I forgot that you do travel
Cases
quite
were
far
remarkably
outside Paris.
similar. A wealthy victim, no apparent motive, and a costume killer. Plantard said he could supply me with more information. Somehow,
Because
the
obviously we
clown
go
must have known
through.
about
I'm
our
pretty sure we go to
appointment.
Scotland. I'm almost certain we go to Scotland at one point. The stuff in Japan that they just mentioned there, I can't remember if we go there, but at the moment we are back in Paris. 96.
Tell me more about the clown's previous victims.
The first was Arno Bellotta,
Here we go.
the
Bit of
millionaire
exposition.
pharmaceutical baron. He made his money from amphetamines in the post-war slimming and diet boom. Imagine it! Millions of housewives literally speeding their butts off.
Was he killed for his money?
No. He had no living relatives, and his fortune went to the orphanage.
Maybe
for
the
his
orphans
mother.
killed him.
The only witness in the case was his Filipino au pair. She swears he was lured to his death by a snowman.
Okay.
What about
Okay.
the clown's second victim?
Yamada, the controversial Japanese green politician. He inherited his fortune from his father's electrochemical consortium. He was committed to dismantling Japan's automobile industry.
Oh, well, yeah,
I
you
can't
probably
see
don't
him
want to do
gaining
that.
much
That will
support
get you
with a
killed.
lenient policy like that.
Yamada was a man of vision. He was years ahead of his time.
If you say so. How did he die?
At the hands, or should I say, flippers, of a
So they've
giant
all been in
emperor
costume.
penguin.
A clown, a snowman. I mean, it sounds very silly, but this was one of the best point-and-click games of the 90s. So, we'll take it.
A snowman, a penguin, and now a clown. You know, I hate to admit it, but this is scary.
Yeah, I mean, it's fairly...
And I'll tell you what,
Yeah.
I won't be accepting any invitations to costume parties.
I don't blame you for being scared. I am too. But this story could be my only chance of a big break.
Or a premature death.
Okay, let's speak about Rosso a
Rosso
bit.
didn't blink when I told him about the clown. It's as if he already knew.
That is typical of a cold fish like Rosso.
Cold
I've
fish.
seen cheeseburgers with more spunk.
Okay, let's...
Tell me more about yourself.
Oh, there is not much to tell.
Well, how did you get into photography?
I guess I owe that to my father. He bought my first camera. I was 8 and my parents had just split up.
Did you live with your father?
Yes, my mother went off with her new boyfriend.
Unusual at the time.
I don't mind. Papa was all I needed. 4 years later, he died in a plane crash.
Ah, I'm sorry.
Well, it's all right. I don't mind talking about him. He was more like an older brother, really, always joking and laughing. Papa always wanted I should study art. That's why I went to college.
That's nice.
Did you learn about photography at college?
That's a nice,
God, no.
heartwarming
I
message.
couldn't afford the materials. We were billed for everything we used: paint, canvas, paper. Most of my year turned to minimalism. It was cheaper. I used to go poaching in the park for squirrel hair. The only time I wasn't hungry was the term I did printing. I used to eat the potatoes.
You're making fun of me, aren't you?
Oh, no.
Do you have a boyfriend?
Oh, George.
That's none of your business.
Unneeded. Oh, hey, Sav, how we going? Welcome to the stream. We're doing a bit more retro tonight with one of, as I just said,
I'm
one of
going
the best
back out to
point-and-click
search for that
games of the
clown.
90s.
Where?
I guess I could visit the
Costume shop would be a great idea. See,
Good
it gives you a
idea.
few more clues than Discworld did. Right, she's going back to her writing, and we, in a beautifully animated style, will get up and head out. Open the door then. The loading is a bit... Oh, thank you very much, Sav. It's we like to be chill and fun and welcoming and inclusive, and also really frustrated by puzzles in video games, which is why we play these ones. I hope you're doing well. And yeah, thank you very much for the follow earlier. I'm what, like nearly 2 hours into this, and I've done like one major task so far, which was following a clown into a sewer. So yeah, we will. It's not all retro games here, although it has been recently. Oh, eating. I hope you're eating something nice. We had a lovely Le Risée du Monde is where we go next. That's the costume shop. We had a lovely roast dinner today. Roast chicken, roast potatoes, parsnips, carrots, big homemade Yorkshire puddings. They were delicious. Ooh, I'm not a fan of this shop. Let's look. We'll look at the owner first. Where are you from? We're down here in South Wales, in the UK.
He looked like a
in
vegetarian
a rather
in a
wet
slaughterhouse.
area of the UK. Okay, can I look at anything? Pick up anything? Let's have a look around. Oh, we can. Let's have a look at this clown.
I gave the dummy Puro a tentative prod, but it didn't move.
Old lady?
As I was about to touch the dummy, I realized it had the same color eyes.
Get
as Nico.
over it, George.
The strange thing was, I hadn't realized I'd noticed the color of Nico's eyes.
I knew he called her Nico. I knew it was a Nico. Right. No, nothing there. Is this? No, nothing here. Nothing here. Nothing here. Nothing here. I guess we'll talk to him. Oh, thank you very much. Thank you very much. You're over in the US.
Bonjour, monsieur.
Well, happy Mother's Day to
Please,
yourself, your
come
friends,
in.
if you happen
Welcome.
to be one or know one.
Leave the mundane world
Our
behind,
Mother's Day
for in
was a
these
bit earlier,
four
a little bit
walls,
earlier, and Father's Day for us
fantasy
is
is
June sometime.
I don't want
So
a
we're there,
costume.
but yeah, I'm a father of three myself.
Didn't you
so-
ever dress up
Oh,
when
California!
you were
I've
a
been
child?
once.
Not that I remember.
I've been
Incredible. You'll be telling me
I've
next
been to
that you
LA
never
for
shared
E3
your
in
elder
2018.
sister's
That was
lingerie?
wonderful.
I don't
Lovely,
have a
lovely
sister,
place,
and
incredibly
I think
welcoming.
I'd look pretty
Oh,
silly
hello,
this year.
Sven.
I just need some information.
How you doing? Wie
Of
geht's?
course. How can I help you?
Very, very much welcome. I am trying to get through Broken Sword, the original, and we are playing directly. If you've popped in before, or if you've not popped in before, by the way, we are playing direct on PS1. So there's no fancy tech, there's no emulators, there's nothing like that. We are just playing directly from the disc on
Do
the
you want this
original
red
hardware.
note back?
Not after it's been worn, thank you.
Do you want this red
Oh, he's
note
just
back?
going to ask him the same.
Not
No, I don't want to give
after
it back. I
it's
just wanted
been
to ask you
worn,
some questions
thank you.
about it. Crikey McBlimey. Right, let's ask him about the clown then.
I'm looking for a man who hired a clown costume from you.
Oui, monsieur.
I'm
I
not
do
sure you can
see
wear
how
it,
I
Doc.
can help.
I haven't checked though.
Don't you keep a record of costumes that you've rented out?
Of course, monsieur.
He said he wasn't
but,
going to wear it in case the clown
Well,
had a
then
cold.
I'd like to check your records. Give me the names of everyone who's rented a clown suit.
Impossible. There are too
I
many.
don't know what he's doing. He's a foreigner, just demanding stuff that like only the police can do. Yes, horrible controls. So it does go slowly in this game. You can see very slowly the mouse. It does have, if you press the shoulder buttons, it speeds it up, which is quite nice. Oh, if you can hear an echo, Sav, that might be me because it might be picking it up on my mic. So that would be my bad. Look, if I mute myself.
The clown I'm looking for is a cold-blooded killer. Give me his name, and I'll see he's brought to justice.
I'd help you if I could, but you can't expect me to remember all my customers. You see, the clown
it might well be
costume
the
is
fact that
our
it's
most
picking it up.
popular line, monsieur.
Oh, was it?
On average, we
Fair
hire
enough.
out more than
30 clown suits a week. That is altogether too many clown
You'll have
suits.
to give me more to go by. A description, perhaps?
I can show him the photo. I can show him the photo.
Do you recognize this man?
Ah, oui?
See,
He
this
was
is
here
so
this
much easier
morning.
than Discworld just because it's logical. True, very true, Doc. It didn't matter on an old TV. You've never heard of this game before. It is an absolute beaut. This is the manual for it. Do you remember when we had manuals for video games? So yeah, little piece of paper. So it is Broken Sword and the Shadow of the Templars. It is brilliant. There is a second one on PlayStation 1. Imaginatively named Broken Sword 2. The smoking mirror. So that tells more of George's story. That's if you get through this one. And this was a point-and-click adventure that you could actually die in. So you could die, and if you hadn't saved it, that was it. Bye. Who cares? You've lost. So that's a very good point, actually. I should save it again after this conversation. Let's ask him about this clown again. You can't see, by the way, but down here, if I budge out of the way a little bit, this is where we're asking different questions. So you can't see it, but stuff is going on. I'm asking him of the old man who died.
I do not recall
Yes,
anyone
Sven, I
that
actually
name.
had the Xbox One version.
How come clowns are so popular?
And it is
I
a
think
brilliant
it
game.
has
They are
something
really,
to do
they've held
with
up
their
well. Number one, this is
unpredictable
held up
nature.
well to play it
Personally,
now.
I think
But
clowns
also
should be
the new
banned,
ones are really
along
good.
with mimes.
Oh, come now. Who doesn't love clowns?
Me, for one.
I don't love clowns. I don't love clowns at all. Right.
Does this dirty tissue mean anything to you?
I don't think we've really got anywhere.
Let me smell that.
That's weird, but I'll take it because it's a new clue, maybe.
Bestheimer's number 7 white pancake.
He recognises the grease paint.
Right?
Oui, monsieur. La crème de la crème of Thespian accoutrement.
Smells
Have
of
you
dirty
so many
tissue.
of it
That is
recently?
quite odd.
Yes, toucan.
So I'm not doing it in order, so to speak, Sav. I just finished playing through Discworld 1. So we could have gone on to Discworld 2, but I've gone on to this one just as a bit of a break, and I will be streaming some contemporary stuff. I just got through, from EA, I got the new Star Wars Jedi Survivor. So I'm in the middle of playing that. I was thinking about streaming that one tonight, but I'm a little bit of the way through it already. So I didn't want to start people off just kind of not in the start of the story. But I also stream other stuff like Elite Dangerous, Jurassic World, XCOM. I'm a big lover of strategy stuff. So we will be dipping out here and there through everything. But I love 90s point-and-click adventures. I absolutely love 90s point-and-click adventures. And this is one of the best. Discworld was also very good, and I do miss it, but we need a break a little bit, I think, because it is mad. The puzzles in that are just nonsensical. Sorry, I've not kept up with the chat while explaining that. Compressed it as a 5-6 parts dirty tissue. The singularly worst response to that question ever. Imagine if someone walked up to you and asked you and old tissue meant anything to you, let me sniff it. Yeah. It was the one where they forced 3D controls into adventures. It was so awful. Which one was that, sorry, Sven? The third one. I haven't done Randall's or Runaway. I haven't done the third one. Don't think. I've done the old one on Xbox. I've done the first two before. Right, sorry, what am I doing here? Right, I've asked
Do
him.
you want this red nose
No,
back?
I've asked him about this.
Not after
A game called
it's been
Shadowcaster.
worn, thank you.
No, but I am going to write it down. Shadowcaster. It sounds like fun. Right, I don't know what we've picked up from him, really. Apart from... I'm going to ask him this again, because I wasn't really paying attention.
Are you sure this is the man who bought grease paint?
Oui, monsieur. He chose 2 costumes.
Seamus
Bozo
the
the
Pixie, so
clown
that's going to be the next
and
one.
Seamus the Pixie.
A pixie?
Very smart. Green silk with a taffeta lining. He
Okay.
gave me his name as Monsieur Khan.
Monsieur Khan. All right.
About this tissue.
I have already given you
Okay,
my
we're not getting anything out of him for the
professional
tissue. That will be it, I think.
Thanks for your help, buddy.
Favorite retro
opinion.
game,
My
Sav, that
pleasure,
is
monsieur. Allow me to shake you by the hand.
Huh?
That is a huge
Well,
question. Oh, he's going to have a buzzer, isn't he?
What are you trying to do? Kill me?
Sav, I
You
don't
did
think I
not
could
find
narrow
it
it down
amusing?
to
I
one
never
out of
saw the
all of
funny
them.
side of electroshock therapy.
Eh bien,
Um,
it is yours to keep. A gift?
Oh, I've got a
Do I need a
shocker.
license?
No, but I give
Uh,
you a word of warning, monsieur.
What?
You're going to have to
Remember
narrow it down to
switch it off
genres.
before you visit the toilet.
Because I genuinely don't think I could do. Oh, I can have a look at those bits. Maybe I could pick one up.
As my fingers closed on the plastic novelty, I realized my mistake. It was a novelty, all right, but it wasn't plastic.
Oh, that was
The sight of the dog waste
dog
set my stomach
poo.
churning again. I quickly looked away.
So that's just a real dog poo. Favorite is Chrono Trigger. Shadowcaster is on abandonware. Okay. I'll have to have a look. I don't really do emulate. That's why I'm here with this one. Is I'm not huge on emulators and stuff. Should I go back and speak to? If I go back and speak to Nicole, I'll save it as well while I'm here. I think just in case. Chrono Trigger is an absolute beast of a game. The Final Fantasy series were amazing. Let's see if I can. Let's break the fourth wall slightly. Oop. Come with me on a journey beyond sight and sound. So this is my PS1 collection down here, and a few other bits and pieces down towards the bottom. PlayStation 2, Xbox, original Xbox, and Xbox 360, and some PlayStation 3. I'm selling some of the PlayStation 3 ones, which is why they're in a bit of a weird order at the moment. But this is my PlayStation 1 collection. I'm a huge PS1 lover. There's some rare ones in there. The Discworld ones are incredibly hard to get. Broken Sword's not easy to get either. And there are quite a few here and there. But I don't know. I would have to... Ooh, pulling it back. One for the Elite Dangerous fans. Got a couple of Elite Dangerous pictures over there. While we are breaking the fourth wall. Ooh, let's get you back. Let's get you back. Right, are we in a good position? We are not. Let's go down a little bit. Are we back? I think we are. I think we're back. Sorry, so that's my little collection. So I don't think I could narrow it down to just one. If you can narrow it down to genres for me, I can do my best from there. But I don't think I could do RPG. Oh, the very first one I played was Final Fantasy VII on PS1, so that does hold a really special place in my heart. But, and this might be contentious a little bit, I do love Final Fantasy VIII. Because I'd played 7
Salut,
and I
George.
kind of
What news?
loved that one. And I remember I got Final
I've
Fantasy
been to
VIII for
costume
Christmas,
shop.
so it was a little bit after it released, but so I'd been waiting for it. And my mum, God bless her soul, she went out, she'd bought me the game for Christmas, and she got the strategy guide as well and everything with it. So I have really fond memories of that Christmas.
Yeah, I like it. What are you supposed to be?
Opening up Final Fantasy VIII.
I didn't hire a costume. These are my clothes, and you know it.
It's a tough one though,
Did
because
you
if
ask
we're
about the clown?
I love 10 as well. 9
Yeah.
sucks. 9 is the
He
worst
used
Final
the
Fantasy,
name
and I won't hear any
God.
criticisms of my
He
opinion on
hired
that
two
one.
costumes, the clown and a pixie.
Then we're one jump ahead of him.
How do you make that out?
I think
He
I think
probably
Final Fantasy
plans
8
to
maybe,
use
but
the
then
pixie suit
are we
next
including
time he
stuff like
kills.
Skyrim? Because
Oh, God,
I mean
don't
that's
let it
good
be
in
me.
itself.
I
They've
don't
re-released
deserve
it a
to
few
die at the
times, but it's
hands of
still
a
brilliant.
pixie.
Don't be silly, George. That won't happen.
Oh, no?
I think I'll go with Final Fantasy
No.
7 or
Because
8.
every time you see a pixie, you're going to
Franchise,
run
the
like
Final
hell.
Fantasy franchise. Let's speak about the clown.
What are you doing to help trace the
No.
killer clown?
Research, George.
A Way Out.
Yeah? You have a copy of the clown's yearbook?
I have a telephone
It's
and lots
ringing
of
some
contacts.
bells.
Oh, well, did you find anything useful?
Not yet. I'm employing my first and most useful weapon.
Oh, that's the
What's that?
patience.
fairly new prison escape one, isn't it?
Oh, I've heard of that.
No, I haven't
Isn't
done
it a
that one.
substitute for
Haven't done that
decisive
one.
thinking?
Oh, it is ads. Sorry, I still don't really understand ads to a large extent, but no, I
Have you
haven't
found
done
out
it a
any more
way
about
out.
the murders?
Well, it may be nothing, but both the clown's victims visited Paris earlier this
What have I
year.
been playing recently?
When?
The second week of
I
July.
mostly
They were both here
get
at the
to play,
same
in terms
time.
of contemporary
they
games, I
meet?
get to play
I
the
don't
games that I
know,
get sent for
but I
review.
can't imagine
and
it
it
was
is-
coincidence.
It's a very privileged problem to have, but because I get sent games to review, I don't get to play as many as maybe I'd like to go to. So if you look at like the website pixelbandits.org, we do reviews on that. So what I've been playing is pretty much the reviews on there, with a bit of Elite Dangerous and Jurassic World Evolution in the background, and currently Jedi Survivor. Played that last year all the way through with your girlfriend. It was easily game of the year. Oh, I might have to have a go, because me and my wife play video games together a lot. We usually do Call
Do
of
you want this
Duty.
photograph back?
No, you keep it. I can always make
Oh,
another
I can
print.
talk to her about the thing, because I know.
Did I show you this tissue?
Oh no, tell her that the makeup
Yes,
man
George.
said.
I asked you to get rid of it.
Buzzer.
The guy at the novelty shop gave me this.
What is it?
A hand buzzer. You put it in your hand
So we
and
play
give
Call of
people
Duty a lot. We do the
electric
multiplayer on
shocks.
Call of Duty an
Why?
awful lot.
It's a gag. A practical joke.
If you ever use it on me, I'll break your arm.
Okay.
Couch co-op.
I get the
Oh,
picture.
brilliant. That is good, because we love a couch co-op. I'm a bit stuck now on what to.
May I use your telephone?
Sure, go
Maybe
ahead.
if I call the tailor suit
Thanks.
guy, he might know a bit more now that I've been off and got some stuff. Or it could be that I need to go and speak to the police. Yeah, I'm going to have to give it a go, actually. I'm going to have to give it a go. Why have we drawn a clown on here now? Let's speak to him again. Yeah, I will give it a go, Sav, actually. Wait,
Hello? Who is
I'll have to give it a go, because we love the co-op stuff.
It's George
We
Stobart
played
again.
the hell out of
What now?
Lord of the Rings War in the North. That was a brilliant couch co-op game, and it's a shame that they don't make as many of them anymore.
The man I'm looking for.
Oh,
is
we do play on
called
Xbox. Xbox. We don't
He bought
have.
a suit from you.
We
Remember?
don't have Game Pass, unfortunately.
Mr. Khan. Yes, I remember him. Yes, I delivered the suit to his hotel.
Cutscenes, yeah,
The Hotel Ubu. I don't remember the room number.
they were better.
It
They've gone
was
downhill. The whole of
upstairs.
gaming is
The second
not gone
room
downhill,
on the
but it's
right-hand
hard
side
to
of
make
the corridor.
anything new, really, now.
Thanks, Todrick. That's all I wanted to know. Now I've got you, Mr. Clown.
Didn't get actually what he said then, but I think I've got a dress and a location for the clown. I'm having too much fun speaking to you folks, and I'm missing the story. Deponia, no, Retro.
Now we're getting
Sorry, Sven.
somewhere. Do you know the Hotel
No, I've
Ubu?
not done Deponia. I'm on 2 at the
Ubu?
moment,
Yes,
which
I
are
do.
World Turtles, because I love
That's where the
Discworld.
clown stayed.
And World Turtles
Good
seemed
work,
really good, so we
George.
put in for a code for that, and we've got a code. And really sticking it into Jedi Survivor. Right, let's go.
See you later.
Where are you going now?
I could go hang out at the Hotel Ubu.
Watch out for Khan, Josh.
Oh, look, it gives you little
Don't
clues
worry,
as to
I
what you
will.
should be doing. So I'm going to go to the Hotel Ubu. A location, yeah. Maybe I can speak to the concierge at the hotel and we can get that. To be honest, after playing Discworld, so far, it's taken a while, but it's been relatively easy. Because the Discworld ones were... there really isn't a word to describe how convoluted, in terms of puzzle solving, the Discworld games are. So this one is, I mean, you just keep talking to people and trying out different things, and you will get there. Discworld is incredibly abstract. That is a great word for it, Sven. Yeah, the puzzles didn't really make that much logical sense. They were funny, they were brilliant. They didn't make sense after you did it. You're like, oh yeah, I can see like how that would work theoretically. But beforehand, it was incredibly hard. Whereas this is very much, oh, I should be doing this now. And like when we were just leaving the conversation, what are you doing now? And he says, oh, well, I'm going to go to the Hotel Ubu. Brilliant, that's what we're going to do. Remember calling the hotline. The glass on the drain pipe. I wonder if... by airmail, par avion. Response, customer service, games hotline. We're going to try this. It probably, almost certainly, isn't going to work. Dial 0881 505 505. Invalid number. Aww. That's a shame. There's always a little bit of me, a little bit of my heart that hopes those are still working. Sadly, not. Broken Sword. I wonder if Broken Sword had one. That was the game that we're playing. Let's have a look. Customer service numbers. It's the same number. Oh 0881 505 505. That's what I just... What? Who's... This was Revolution. Terry Pratchett, PlayStation. Perfect 10, TWG, Signosis. That's weird. YouTube 100% made them unnecessary. That is the same phone number for a games hotline. That was weird. Wasn't expecting that. They changed phone number structure. The 081 should 0881. Yeah, there should be one more number in there, shouldn't there? Wow, that was before we had the extra number. Right, these two weird looking fellas.
The guy looked just like a weasel.
Let's look at this guy.
The man looked like an amiable Bigfoot.
Alright, we'll have a chat with him.
Excuse me.
I do love trying to give them a call still, even though
Yeah.
it never works. Right, let's speak.
Do you happen to know a guy named Khan?
That ain't nobody I know.
I'm sorry to be a burden on your brain. You ever meet a guy called Plantow?
No, I ain't.
You missed your chance. If you're quick, you'll catch him at the coroner's. Have you
Okay,
seen
cool.
a guy dressed
We're
as a
getting
clown?
absolutely nowhere with this guy.
No, I ain't. Don't tell me I missed him. Oh, that's too bad. I love the clowns, don't you?
Nope, don't love clowns.
I've seen daytime television that was funnier.
I love it when the little guys get hurt.
That figures.
Custard pies, hose pipe down the pants, then smack! A plank in the kisser.
Okay.
Do you recognize the guy in this photograph?
Is this a trick question?
No, I simply asked if you recognized him.
Okay then. Nope, I don't.
Let's have a look.
Have you ever seen this clown's nose before?
Nope.
Okay, this is all relatively...
Shake my hand.
Nah.
Oh, rats.
Okay.
See you
No,
later.
he was absolutely pointless.
Not if you see me twice.
Very specific clown nose. Oh, hey, Rune! Remember calling when you were a kid and got the impression they didn't really know the game, so maybe there's just a call centre for a bunch of different games. Yeah, I never called. We were very lucky to have the internet quite early when I was young.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
My dad was quite a techie. He was in the Royal Signals, so he kind of was very much up with all that kind of stuff. So we had
Have you heard of a guy
internet
called Plantar?
pretty early in our place.
No. That name means nothing to me.
So we did have, and they had guides like so quickly.
I'm looking for a clown.
Are you trying to be funny?
No, I really am looking for a clown.
There are no clowns here except you.
These guys aren't being very nice.
Do you know a man by the name of Khan?
2001.
No, I don't.
Nice.
It's very important I get to
I
see
think
him.
about
and
98
I told you.
for
I
us
don't
ish.
know it.
Right.
Have you ever seen this clown's nose before?
Just this very
No.
specific clown's nose. No, nothing. Have you
Do you
seen this
recognize
guy?
the guy in this photograph?
No, I never saw him.
Are they going to stop me from going in?
Will you shake my hand?
Are you joking? Who knows where it has been?
You got Michelangelo virus. I never had that. I had Happy 99. I remember we got.
Forget it.
But oh, I can look through the window. Didn't even have
The
a
lobby was
landline.
quiet,
Wow,
almost
Sven.
deserted.
I remember we had the. Oh, I can do a closer look. No, exactly the same. We had like the telephone table in the hallway with the landline on it. Is he really just shrugging? No, nothing.
The sign listed the price of rooms, and boy, were they expensive.
Yeah, we had.
The killer must have been earning a fat wad to pay for
I
accommodation
mean, we were living
like
in
this.
Germany until the early 90s, and we had a landline there as well. I remember we used the pound and the numbers to dial back then. Oh, sorry, Bourne. Basically, have you played Broken Sword or followed along with Broken Sword before? If not, I'll give you a rundown of exactly where we were, and if so, I can give it up until like just where we are. Printed off the Final Fantasy guides for 7 and 8, and heat sealed them. Oh, nice, nice ad. My mum got me the Final Fantasy 8 guide. She bought it from the shop. But my very first experience of South Park, because I was too young to watch it at the time, wasn't allowed to watch it, which was fair enough. But my big brother, when the movie came out, managed to get me from online the script of the movie. So my first experience of South Park was reading through the movie script. And it was brilliant. You had to use your imagination, obviously. Your mum was not into it. I can't remember where we were living at the time. So we were living in Germany. And to call back to the UK, we had to use like the pound keys and all sorts of weird stuff. Dad worked from home, so the computer was in his office and could use a work number to check emails. No online gaming. Tried Diablo and it was awful. Not played it. So it's the same kind of vibe as Discworld, point and click adventure. The puzzles are much easier. So what's happened so far is our hero George, the orangey haired guy over that way, was sitting outside a cafe. There was an explosion. He's American, so he's taken it on himself to investigate, even though the police are on the case, and he has no idea about anything. He's just taken it on himself. So we've met a lady called Nicole, and she is kind of a reporter who's chasing down this kind of case that her bosses have told her to drop, and is this huge mystery. So we're trying to find a clown that we saw running away from the scene of the crime. And we followed him down a sewer, followed him to a hotel, now we followed him to a different hotel. We don't know what room he's in, but we know he was last seen. We've gone to the tailor's, we've gone to the costume shop, and we found out that he's here somewhere. So it's in that Discworld-y feel. It's been very around the houses, without really a straight path, but it is less convoluted. So let's have a...
The woman was obviously English. She had all the qualities of Boadicea, Elizabeth I, and Margaret Thatcher rolled into one. It wasn't a pretty sight.
So basically we've got left button and right button in this game. Left button is square, which is the left button on the mouse. And that is to do the action. So that's a talkie action, and there's a look action, there's a pick-up action, and there's a use action. And then circle is to look at, the thing that I was very bad at in the Discworld games. So, yeah, I mean, that's where we are at the moment. So I can look.
It was a magnificent old Steinway piano.
And then when that magnifying glass is on there, I can press left button to closely observe. Doesn't work for everything, but...
I figured the lady at the keys...
Where in Germany? Oh, we lived in a few places. Wolfenbüttel, Düsseldorf. I've lived in Baden-Baden also when I was a bit older on my own. Wolfenbüttel, Düsseldorf, Langeleben.
It was the Nobel Prize winner from the country whose name I couldn't pronounce.
Danziger Straße, but I can't remember which town Danziger Straße was in. Right, let's have a chat with him. Dannenberg.
Excuse me, didn't I see your picture in the news? You're that Nobel Prize winner from some unpronounceable Eastern European state.
Yes, that is me, in person.
I think, because they've
I
called
don't
it an
wanna worry you,
unpronounceable
but
European
did
state,
you
and as we
have any
went
threats
past
on your
earlier...
You know, mysterious phone calls, letters made up of headlines cut from the newspaper.
There aren't really many unpronounceable. We've got like
know
Poland,
what you're
Romania,
talking about.
Ukraine. Like, there's none really unpronounceable. At the time, it would have been Czechoslovakia, I think. I think it was still unified back then.
Do you know
I
a guy
think he is going to know
called
Plantard.
I don't know
No, he doesn't know
anybody
anybody.
in Paris.
But I think they've called
Oh,
it an
well, this
unpronounceable
guy's dead
European state
anyhow.
because they didn't want to
Why
pinpoint
do you
anybody,
ask me about
any
that
one
man?
European state, and say they're from there.
I have seen enough of that to last
Yeah,
me a
we
lifetime.
moved.
I'm,
Moved a lot. Do you know who invented
sure you have.
dynamite? No, I'm sorry. I don't know who invented dynamite.
Have you seen a clown?
And yeah, we moved around.
I
We
beg
moved around a
your
lot.
Pardon?
The clown.
Mostly
guy
on
in
the
funny
west
pants.
before the wall came
Have
down.
you seen him?
My pants are
Well, I say
from
mostly,
England.
exclusively on the west
Marks
before the
and
wall came down.
Spencer. They are a pleasure and a comfort to wear, with much support.
So he really likes his shoes. I should
I'm
be
real
making
glad to
notes.
hear that. You know, it's good to know you Nobel Prize winners are human too.
In my country, the people make do with string and egg cartoons.
I've got Marks and Spencer
For
slippers on.
pants?
For everything.
Spricht
Oppression
ihr auch
is
noch
the
Deutsch?
mother
Ein
of
bisschen, meine
ingenuity.
Grammatik ist nicht so gut. Ich muss mein Deutsch verbessern. Ich habe nicht in Deutschland für 10 Jahre gewohnt. Und so, ich kann verstehen, aber nicht so gut sprechen anymore. Alfred Nobel. Oh, Nobel Peace Prize. Yeah, of course he did. Grammar is not important. Oh, vielen Dank. I'm learning it again because I haven't lived there in so long. When I first lived in there, I was born in Germany. Ich bin in Deutschland geboren in der Nähe von Hannover. So I was born in Germany, and I can I walk over this way? Oh, I'm still talking to him.
Do you recognize this man?
And I did speak
He
fluently.
called himself Khan.
Until I was
Yes,
5 or
I
6,
know
and we
this
moved
man.
back to the UK, and then nobody
Why do you
speaks
carry
it.
his photograph?
I'm a private
Hey,
detective.
see, oh, you're from Hanover. Excellent news. We like a Hanoverian.
May I shake you by the hand?
I do not shake the hands of
rude.
imperialist dogs.
Now, that's a real bad attitude.
very
problem
rude,
you've
isn't
got
he?
there.
So yeah, I speak a little. I'm trying to get better.
What's your interest in Khan?
And pick it up again.
He is an enemy of
Because
my
I
people.
love Germany.
You know
I
he's a
love the
killer.
German language. I love the German
Of
people.
course,
I love the German
amongst
culture.
other things.
It weirds me out that you folks say ciao now, or 10 years
Would you
ago.
help me
you did.
investigate,
I don't know if it's the same now.
That is not possible.
Ciao was big
instructions
when I
are
was
to
living back
observe.
over there.
I cannot jeopardize my position as an honored guest of this country's
Oh, a
government.
guest of the government. Okay. Right. That's all we're
Thanks
getting
for your
out of
help.
him, I think.
Goodbye.
Let's see. I could use the phone. I reckon they put phones there just so that we can
In the ornate booth was the most elegant public telephone I'd ever seen.
kind of speak when we need to, so we don't have to like travel to the police station every time. Okay, cool. Look, we can have a chat with
The clerk wore a disdainful expression, like he'd been born with it.
the desk clerk. Guten Tag. Sorry. Bonjour. Bonsoir. Ça va? Ça va bien?
I want some information.
Who are you? The police?
Am I going to lie
I'm
again?
conducting a
yeah,
private
pretty
investigation.
much.
Ah,
Sven,
I know
vielen
only
Dank.
too well what you mean.
Auf Wiedersehen,
That
auf
is one of the
Wiederhören, bis
drawbacks of
später
the
und viel
catering
Spaß.
business.
Dankeschön.
When people
see you
book into
soon.
an
Look
hotel,
after yourself.
they leave their morals at home, no?
Oh, very good work, Ad. I don't find French as easy. At all.
Do you know a man named
I
Plantin?
know enough French,
No, monsieur.
I believe, to manage to annoy French people. That's
Do
about
you
it.
have a guest by the name of Khan?
No, monsieur.
Oh,
Perhaps you would care to check the register.
danke. Auf Wiedersehen. Yes, I would like to check the
The
register,
man who
actually.
calls himself Khan has a scar on his left cheek.
Vraiment? I tell you, I do not know a man named Khan.
Maybe not, but I'd noticed a change in his expression when I mentioned
So
the
he does
scar.
know him, but I think he's being traditional concierge, can't say anything, kind of. Which is fair enough, I mean, I guess.
Do you recognize the man in this photograph?
Yes, monsieur. That man is one of our guests.
What name?
Yeah,
I
I
cannot
thought so.
tell you
I can't
that.
tell you.
Do you recognize this red nose?
No, monsieur.
Okay, let's talk to him about the clown, maybe?
I'm looking for a man who dresses like a clown.
This is a highly respectable
I know he's
hotel,
here, though. I know he's
monsieur.
here.
There are no clowns here.
There are.
If
There
you
bloody
say so.
are. Maybe I can loosen him up a little.
Hey, shake my hand.
I'd rather not,
Nobody's
monsieur.
going to shake my bloody hand.
I'm still sore
Sat on the
from the
roof terrace
shock
doing some sketches for
administered
the
by one
interest.
of the guests. He was
Oh,
secretly
it's.
concealing an
I always
electrical
like to
device
try. If you're
the
in
palm
somebody's
of his
country, I
hand.
think it's
Practical
polite to give it a go and
tips
just try
are
your best. And I think
puerile,
even if
don't
you're not
you
very good
think?
at it, generally speaking, in Europe,
yeah, sure.
people appreciate that you've made a bit of an effort at least. Right, I'm not getting any more out of him.
Thanks for your help, buddy.
I don't know if I can see anything. Oh. have a look.
There was no one registered under the name of Khan.
No.
But the name in the book for room 22 was Merlin.
Okay. Maybe I can speak to him now about it now that I've seen that.
What now, monsieur?
No, I can't. Okay, that was wishful thinking.
Thanks for your
Maybe
help,
not.
buddy.
Merlin. Merlin à la France. Merlin in English and Merddin in Welsh. Right, 22. Let's look at the door.
The sign on the door read 22.
Right, let's give it a...
If the tailor's description was correct, this was the killer's room.
Right. Fingers crossed. We might have actually done something.
The door was locked.
Let's try this one. Maybe we can...
The door was
No.
locked.
I was kind of hoping that we could get in and go round, but we found the killer's room.
The door was locked.
I mean, that's pretty good for one of our streams. Oh, there was a back alleyway. There was a back alleyway that I saw around the outside, so I'm going to scoot round to that, maybe climb up a drain pipe. Right, come on. My bro in our little community is duck. Oh, amazing. See, this is the thing that I find very hard in England, and even living in Wales and trying to learn Welsh for myself. It's very hard because people just speak English. And without being immersed in it, without having to learn, we are quite lazy. So we just don't. But when I... was he about to try and pick my pocket?
Just a minute, monsieur.
What's your problem?
No problem, if you cooperate.
What do you want?
Just a routine security check. Nothing to worry you.
Oh, is this so like we couldn't take something out?
All right.
Search him, Flap.
You bet.
So we need to try and
Hey,
take
knock
something
it off. Get off,
out
you
of the
big ape.
hotel, and they'll stop us.
Nothing, Guido. Zilch.
Our apologies, mister.
But yeah, we are
What?
unfortunately
I had to
quite
report
lazy.
you to the
So when we don't
authorities.
have to and we're not immersed in it,
Round here,
it's very
we are the authorities.
difficult.
You want I should break his arms?
But when you actually,
No.
like, if you move
Let
to
him
Germany,
go, Flap.
learning German, even though everybody does speak English because they're an incredibly pleasant and talented people, and they learn it from a very young age, kind of because you're speaking it every day, it gets in there a bit better. Learning it in England, I found, is much harder, which is a shame. Okay. We're back in another back alleyway. And there's not much we can do here. I can't see anything, actually. Why would this place exist if I couldn't interact with anything? Just in search. Sorry, it takes a while. I mean, we can move. That's about it. Oh, hello, Tally. You tried to learning Gaelic, but I have no real reason to do so. That's the thing. I'm trying to learn Welsh, but it feels weird speaking Welsh in Wales because other people, not a huge amount of people speak it. It's the schools are teaching it, so it is improving, which I think is a really good thing. But yeah, it feels kind of awkward. Oh, what was there something? Was there something there, or was that pointing? No, it was pointing out. There is nothing here. I just thought there would be something we could do. Or maybe we have to get the key from inside and we have to drop something out of the window to come around and get it because those guys will search us. Maybe. I love the majority has to learn Scott's poetry. Oh, amazing. Oh, I bet that is genuinely beautiful. Ooh, maybe if I put the nose on, I'll be able to say, can I have my room key, please? I'm in 22. I mean, is it worth giving it a go? Let's try and use the nose on George. No, nothing. Okay, let's not then. We'll speak to this lady. But yeah, I am trying to push the kids more. I've got 3 kids, if you didn't know. And I'm trying to push them more into learning Welsh. Because I think it is important.
Do for you?
I'm looking for
Even
a man.
before I had learned that I was Welsh, I had thought it was important.
For one foolish moment, I thought, but never mind. Aren't you going to tell me your name?
Who voices
George.
her?
George Stobart, ma'am.
How sweet! I once had a stable boy called George. I am
No
Lady
credits, I don't
Piermont.
think.
The common reaction is to kneel and stutter, but it's not obligatory.
A real lady? I mean, you're an honest-to-God aristocrat?
Oh my goodness.
Oh, I don't know about that. Few of my ancestors are honest, not even to God. I can trace my family back
There's a
to the
what I've just noticed. There's a
Don't let that
walkthrough
intimidate you, George.
in the back of this
Beneath that impressive pedigree, I'm just
to how to solve the first puzzle.
The blood may be blue, but the flesh is the plump beef of old England, so to speak.
General hints. Look closely, be talkative, explore all avenues,
George.
save
Is there
regularly.
any way I can help you?
Keep notes. Use the cursor to search, and don't cross the road until the little man shows green. I think that's one bit that you can die in, isn't it? Which is a point, because I haven't saved it. I need to remember to save it. Need to remember to save it.
Murderer.
Try being a DM, putting on a Scots accent when one of your players is Scottish. Aye.
That's correct, ma'am.
That isn't what you want to be doing.
You Americans use?
We should learn another language. Very embarrassing. If you wrote post, I had to tell a guide.
I believe what you're thinking of
Very
is
disappointed.
Dick.
Oh, bless.
Precisely.
Yeah, it is so much easier when you're young. So much
Have
easier.
you come across a man who calls himself Khan?
I am familiar with only one person named Khan.
Genghis Khan, the legendary Mongol barbarian chieftain?
If I show her the picture, she might
No, darling.
tell me
Kevin.
his name.
Kevin Khan? I never heard of him.
I'd be most surprised if you had, darling. He's a pharmacist in Hemel Hempstead. Organises fundraising for the Rotarians. Lovely man.
Does he
That
have
was
a
brilliant.
scar on his cheek?
I really wouldn't know, sweetie.
Oh, well done. Well bloomin' done.
Do you recognize the man in this photograph?
My God, it's him. That's Merlin.
She represented everything I loved about the English. The lady was totally deranged.
Merlin? You mean King Arthur's wizard?
Good heavens, no. Monsieur Merlin is a fellow guest.
Right, maybe I can get the key now. What's this?
Are you here in Paris on vacation?
Oh, I was asking about her, of
No,
course.
darling, I'm on holiday. I needed to get away after Algy's funeral.
I didn't realize you were mourning the loss of a loved one.
I'm not. He was my husband.
I'm sorry to hear about your husband's death.
You wouldn't be if you knew him, my dear. It gave me the opportunity to take a well-deserved holiday. Daphne suggested a change of scenery. Paris, she said. A
Amazing.
wild romance is just
Amazing.
what you need to take your mind off the inquest. Well, the closest I came to romance was being wooed by a drunken Breton chef. I must say I was disappointed with his coq au vin. Not at all what I was expecting.
Filth!
I was thinking of cutting my holiday short, packing my bags and heading back to Hemel instead. That was...
Oh, what
until
happened last night? I wasn't expecting a joke about a bit of coq au vin from a lady from Hemel Hempstead. But it's in here. Hey, Carumba. Love this game. You're playing Smoke and Mirrors. Oh, amazing. Double George could be interesting to listen to. Smoke and Mirrors, that was the Xbox one, wasn't it, Carumba? I think that was the Xbox one.
What happened to you last night?
I was stricken, Mr. Stobart.
Oh, was she falling in love with Merlin?
Left my bosom.
And thank you for joining,
really
Carumba. It's a pleasure to see you.
It was just as I'd always imagined it should be. The intimacy of candlelight, romantic music tinkling across the room. And then, a stranger's glance. Those brooding eyes, that suave manner, those tight trousers. He was the man I'd been waiting for all my life.
I'm glad he finally turned up after all these years.
Ah, but it wasn't to be.
Oh, no.
He was merely toying with my affections. And if I ever catch up with him, he's dead.
To be fair, that does sound more... I'll start again. To be fair, that does sound more romantic than a fiddle down a back alley.
Who was the guy who led you on?
His name is Merlin.
It's our villain of the piece.
Did you know there's a gangster out front?
What makes you think he's a gangster?
The Italian suit and the bulge.
She
in
is
his
really
pocket?
beautifully voiced.
I know plenty of men with Italian suits and bulges in their pockets. That doesn't necessarily make them gangsters.
She's got an awful lot of penis jokes.
That gangster I told you about? He went through my pockets just now.
Good heavens! One never knows what to expect in foreign parts. Thank you for the warning, young man. I shall hide my credit cards in my underwear.
And one last bit about
The man you
Merlin.
know as Merlin is a fake.
You can't see all of the bits for selecting what
He's
you
a
talk
murderer.
about are down
He
here
also
below me.
uses the name Khan.
I am shocked, Mr. Stobart. Shaken. I took him to be a gentleman, a man of honor. Do you know,
Oh, your Dutch friend would be so
I'd
that's
rather
all
like
the
to
only thing
assist
you
you
learn
in
says,
stitching
yeah.
him up.
I don't know. That might be quite impressive.
When did you last see Merlin?
It was no more than an hour ago. He came downstairs and spoke to that clerk chappie. Something passed hands. I couldn't see what exactly.
A briefcase?
No, smaller than that.
Okay,
A
some
bundle of
letters
papers,
maybe?
perhaps. The clerk put it in the hotel safe and Merlin went out.
Right, Merlin package. I'm writing this down. Merlin package. Hotel safe. Room 22. Right, I've got that. I need to write things down because I will forget them for the
Are
next
you sure you
episode
saw
if
Merlin
I don't get them
putting
now.
documents in the safe?
Yes, darling, positive.
I wonder what they were.
Obviously something of great importance.
Yeah. I'd sure like to get my hands on whatever it is. I'll bet they had something to do with Plantow's briefcase.
Maybe so.
Has Merlin returned to the hotel?
No, he hasn't. Are you going to search his room?
I'm going to try to.
If I could get in there, I would.
Is she not going to give me...
Would you like to shake my hand, ma'am?
No more clues from
Now,
her.
George, there's no need to be so formal. We met as tourists, and I want to keep it that way, despite the enormous social gulf between us.
Okay, let's go back now and have a chat
I
to
have to go, man.
the hotel receptionist. Now we've got a bit more info. Right, come hither. Okay, so this is the hotel safe, one would assume. Speak to him.
What now, monsieur?
Okay, cool. I've got a few more options of what I can speak to him for.
I've just been manhandled by a gorilla.
Yes? I do not see any signs of a gorilla.
No, not a real gorilla. It was a guy who looked like a gorilla. It happened right out front of this building.
Let me get this quite clear. Are you complaining or bragging?
I want to know what you're going to do about it. The scrawny one has a gun.
I suggest you contact the police.
Can't you do anything about them?
What goes on in the streets of Paris is hardly my responsibility.
He might have a gun in his pocket, or he might just be very pleased to see me.
Aren't you concerned that your guests are being intimidated by gangsters?
No one else has complained, monsieur? Did they steal anything from you?
Well, no.
No.
They didn't find what
So
they
I'm
were
going to need
looking
to
for.
drop that out of a window.
What was that?
I don't know. I don't think they did either.
Okay.
I believe Khan, the man with the scar, is also known as Merlin. The man who has taken room 22.
What of it?
I want his
What do
room
you
key,
want?
please.
Access to his room.
Do you have a license, monsieur?
Huh?
A private investigator's license?
Yeah, of course I do.
Well, not exactly, but I can explain everything.
I am sorry, but without credentials, I cannot help.
Need PI license for room access. Okay.
I insist you give me the key to Merlin's room.
I cannot do that, monsieur.
This guy Merlin is a menace.
So you say, monsieur.
He's not only a danger to society, but to your guests as well. He has toyed with the affections of Lady Piermont.
Ciel! Are there no depths to which he will not sink?
Precisely. He's already killed once, twice, maybe as many as 3 times.
I have
With
a
your
feeling
help,
we're still not getting
I
the key.
just might be able to stop him.
But what if he finds out I have helped you? No, I cannot do it.
Right.
I'd like to retrieve something from your safe.
Ah, oui, monsieur.
Ah.
May I see some form of identification?
Like what?
A driving license, perhaps?
I don't drive.
No.
Your passport?
I don't have it with me. I could show you my operation scar.
I'm sorry, monsieur. I must have some form of unique ID.
You won't find a more unique ID than my scar.
I'm sorry.
Right, I'm gonna
must
need to
insist on a more traditional identification.
Get a PI license.
Rats. Thanks for your help,
Which
buddy.
I might be able to do at the police station. The first thing that I need to do, however, because I don't want to lose all of our progress that we've made, because we've actually... I mean, I don't want to blow my own horn, but we have actually made a fair bit of progress. We'll give that the old save-a-rooney. And it doesn't take as long to... It takes a little bit, but not as long to save as Discworld did. Almost there. I hope anyway. I hope it doesn't crash. But we've got a rolling save pattern on this one as well. Alright, let's go quickly. It's what, midnight? I'm going to try another 10 minutes or so, see if we can get a PI license. Hopefully from the police station. They're going to search me again, aren't they? They're going to search me every time, and it's going to take ages. If they do, I'm going to skip to dialogue. Apologies. But I'm not having it every single time. Yeah, here we go.
Hold it, sir.
Yeah, come on. Brilliant animation, beautiful animation. I am skipping it.
Okay, let him go.
Okay. I reckon police station for a private investigator's license, surely. I mean, it sounds right, doesn't it? And this game does follow a bit more logical sense. See, we can't go back to the Lycée du Monde, which is good. I like that it greys it out so that we can't just go to places which we don't need to go to. Let's speak to him first. Because he might be our gate to Rousseau.
Excuse me?
Takes a while to read it from the PS1 disc.
Ah, Monsieur Stobart, n'est-ce pas?
Oui?
That's correct. You remember me.
Je suis Georges.
The retention of such data is part of my duty as a gendarme. That is how crime is fought, through attention to detail, not intuition.
Yes, sure.
How can I help you, monsieur?
Do you know a man named Khan? He's a shifty-looking guy with a scar on his left cheek.
No, monsieur.
He also calls himself Thomas Merlin.
I'm sorry, Monsieur Stobart. I don't know him.
No, fair enough.
Has this man any connection with the bombing of the cafe?
Yes. I believe Khan is the name he used when he hired the clown costume. Is Rosso here?
Yes, he is. You wish to speak to him?
And we can select yes or no. I'm going to select yes.
Yes, I do.
I do.
One moment, monsieur.
The animation really is lovely.
Stobart
Oh, Tally,
is here
thank
to
you
see
so
you,
much for
monsieur.
sticking around. I have a feeling I'm going to be off to bed myself after this bit, so it's been a huge pleasure as ever, and to everybody as well.
Did he
who's
say what
followed.
it was about?
Thanks for the follows, the subs, thanks
No,
for the
monsieur.
chats, thanks for lurking in the gherkins, everything.
Very
It's just
well.
lovely having you wonderful people here. And I hope your fiddling, knitting creation went well.
Hi, Inspector. Remember me?
But of course, Mr. Stobart. My mind is a well-ordered faculty. A mental classification system that's the envy of the Bibliothèque Nationale. No tricks, mark you, monsieur. Just exercise. Just as our muscles waste through inactivity, so our minds decay. But there is no need, if only people would learn to exercise their wits daily.
If he was trying to impress me, it worked. He was pompous and patronizing, but he had style.
Eh bien, if you called about the bombing, you're too late. Investigations have been closed.
That's
But-
weird.
I've been taken off the case.
What about the murderer, the dead guy?
It is out of my hands.
Fortune?
What was that psycho detective business you did in the cafe?
It is my theory that the passions evoked in violent crimes create ripples in the ether, invisible to all but the possessor of a highly developed and receptive mind.
I'm impressed. Can you bend spoons, too?
I didn't think a man of your obvious intelligence would stoop to mockery.
I'm not mocking. I've had personal experience of the power of the mind. I used to get ignored at parties until I read a book that changed my life.
Really? What was it called?
Hypnotism for Fun and Profit. He looked at me as if I'd farted at a funeral.
The power of mesmerism is a rare gift, not a party trick.
You're not going to try any of that psychic interrogation on me, are you?
I just want a private
Do you
investigator's
find
license.
the thought
to be
of my
honest.
probing distasteful?
Let's just say I'd rather you didn't. I've got more doubts than doubting Thomas when it comes to mysticism.
Too bad. I think you would make an interesting subject under controlled regression.
The day I let anyone mess with my mind hasn't dawned yet.
Okay, let's ask him about Khan a bit
Don't you
more.
want to know what I found out about the killer?
I told you, monsieur, the case is closed. I have washed my hands of the whole affair.
I haven't, though.
Then I'll have to continue my investigations without your help.
No. You must forget the business of the clown completely.
I don't want to.
Go back to being an ordinary tourist, Stobard.
I want to poke my nose in where it's not wanted.
Did you find out the ID of the guy who was killed in the explosion?
I already knew who he was.
I heard that the bomb victim's name was Plantar.
Your sources are reliable.
He was a big shot at the Treasury, wasn't he? Maybe that's why you've been taken off the case.
I'm sorry, monsieur. I cannot comment.
Hmm.
Do you recognize the man in this photograph?
No.
It's the face of a killer.
The man who bombed the cafe?
Oui.
The photograph was taken soon after the explosion. He'd escaped through the sewers, leaving a trail of clues behind him.
Circumstantial evidence, Stobard. None of it proves a thing.
Would you care to shake my hand, Inspector?
Please don't be offended if I decline your offer, Stobard. The palms of my hands are particularly sensitive.
That might come into play a little later in the game.
So long, Inspector.
Okay, so I'm going to pop over to Nicole's house. Maybe she's got a bit of a lead on how I can get a PI license. Hopefully we don't come across another dead end. I quite like that these are hard, you know, they're not easy puzzles to solve. They're not easy to figure out exactly what to do very easily, but it's got there is a logical sense behind things, which is quite nice. And I mean, this is we figured out it's like approaching 30 years old, like 27 years old. It's getting on a bit. By the time I was 27 years old, I'd had my first baby. Baby. Ew, David. Yeah, I'd had my first baby. Well, I hadn't, obviously. My wife did all the having. But yeah, I was a father by the time I was 27. This game's old enough to have given birth.
What do you think I should do next?
Clues!
I think you should look for clues at the hotel.
That's exactly what I should do.
I guess so.
Is he just going to walk back out? No, good. I genuinely thought he was going to come in and say, what do you think I should do? And then walk right back out. Okay, I need a PI license.
May I use your telephone?
Or
Sure,
should I
go ahead.
call?
Thanks.
Should I call the cafe? Have we got the hotel? I don't know if I've even got the hotel's number. No, I don't. Right. Okay. We saved it while we were at the cafe. So we've actually done a few things so far today. We've chased a clown killer. The case has been called off, but we're not giving up. We found out where the killer's located, and we just need to find a way to get in there now. Which isn't going to be hugely easy, but it's actually something that we've done. It's something concrete that we've managed to do. So, I think that's a good place to leave it for tonight. It's been absolutely wonderful having you people here with me. Thank you very much for coming on my PlayStation 1 journey again with me. We will be back soon. I'm going to be trying every Sunday around 9:30 BST, which is when we started this stream, until about now, which is about half midnight, 1 o'clock in the morning-ish for us here. But we might start maybe a little bit earlier. We'll see. But it is going to try to be. I've got 3 children, a full-time job. It's going to try to be every Sunday, 9:30. And we'll be flitting through retro classics, some new stuff depending on what we get through as well. I've got some notes on what I need to do next here, so I'm actually really enjoying this one so far. It's been another really good one, and I hope you'll join me when I'm playing it again next. So, as we always say, bandits, thank you very much for being here. Huge thanks for the follows, the subscriptions, the chat, the lurks, all of it. Love you all. And whatever you do, do it slowly and enjoy it. We'll see you soon. Goodbye, bandits.